Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Myguyknowsaguy here on my sports betting predictions channel. Let's continue today, everyone, with another NBA slate. Hope you guys are having a great day on Wednesday. I hope you're having a productive middle of the week. It is December 3rd, 2025. It's time for another slate. It's a pretty interesting slate. I've spent quite a bit of time taking a look at it today. We have 9 games on the card. No late games tonight. It is very interesting. Shout out to you guys in the chat for patiently waiting. I truly appreciate you for being here. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun here on the live streams over the last couple of weeks. Yesterday was a losing day here on the stream, but I'm attempting to bounce back today. You guys know how it goes. 82 game schedule, a season that runs through June next year. We did have a few winning streams in the days prior, so we're going to try to get back to our winning ways today. Although it did start really slowly yesterday, I did claw some back at the end of the night. I ended up going 4-6, 4 wins and 6 losses last night. Obviously, that's still not a winning day, but if you guys were here watching some of those sweaty games, you know how close it was to possibly being a disastrous night. So, you know, our bankroll has a chance to move on to the next day. Don't ever bet more than you can afford to lose. I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to say in the chat. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Shout out to you. Let's try to win big tonight together. I know you guys have been popping off in the chat. Go ahead and hit that like button for me as well. Smash that like button. Let me catch up on the chat and say hey to everyone. These are my pregame picks today, my player props for today. I'm loaded once again. 9 more picks for you guys. We're all over the place. A couple of new additions to the stream here. There's also one player on the list by the name of Tristan da Silva that will be taking a trip to the storage room if he, i.e. banned, if he doesn't go over tonight. So I just want to let you guys know about that. The Spurs and the Magic do tip off in about 45 minutes. We're going to be loaded. We have a lot of basketball to watch at one time. It could be one of those hectic nights. In particular, last night, it was really fun to see the reaction in the chat when Andre Drummond hit that 3 last night. It was absolutely hilarious. I was thinking about it today. Shout out to Andre Drummond for the performance yesterday in limited minutes against all odds, against Nick Nurse and against the referees as well. So yeah, drop your plays in the chat. Even if you're not dropping plays in the chat, let me know how you're feeling today. Let's get the chat rolling. I'm going to go through these picks as well. And I'll also go through the 7 p.m. games and let you know my ideas for game winners. I'll let you know my short list as well for other players that I think could potentially have decent performances today offensively. And I do have a short list of players that maybe might be decent long shot double bets as well. So let's see if we can put something together as one. Let's go, guys. Thanks for being here. John Bennett said ban Da Silva now. It's too late. I already bet it. You guys can see it's a half unit bet. It's a smaller bet, but 8.5 points was enticing. Okay. Now I know you guys haven't seen me bet on Luke Cornett before, but I also think Luke Cornett may be in a decent position to succeed today. I almost took his points and rebounds over 13.5 points and rebounds combined, but I decided to settle with the 7.5 points. Now, actually, let me just correct that on the screen. It's supposed to say 7.5 points. I just caught the typo. 1 second. Sorry, I'm typing with one hand because I have my laptop in front of the keyboard. But yeah, so let me get the chat open and say hey to everyone. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the chat. Pedro Martinez, how's it going? He said, how's it going? Daddy Rel, of course, how's it going, bro? Mr. Nice Guy, glad to see you here as well. Anani64, Trevor, Tasha, how's it going, everyone? Hope you guys are doing really well today. Pick the pros and ponies. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome to the chat. I think this is the first time I've seen your name here. Welcome in though. I said Anani. Dom B, how's it going? John Bennett, Young Chard, KH, Casual, Brian Ward, Like Woe Finance, Stokesy, Very Good Money. I really appreciate you guys for being here. So yeah, hit that like button for me. We let's see if we can get to, maybe at least 50 likes again today. I will go through a few of these other possible plays that I'll add here as well. I did add a late pick yesterday for the people that were here in the stream with the San Antonio Spurs. They did cover -5. It was very sweaty. I believe they won by 6 points last night against the Grizzlies. It was a very, very sweaty performance, but they did get it done for us in a game that was actually pretty exciting last night. So yeah, let's get into the games today. I'll give you guys some of my rationale for the picks that I have today. You guys have any picks in the chat already? Let's see. Like Wolf said, Tasha, you've been on fire and you've been money in the first half. Keep it up. She definitely has. Shout out to Tasha. Jay Wilkins, how's it going? Barry Good Money said he's the number 17 person to hit the like button. I really appreciate you, Barry. Stokesy said, "What up, bro? How's it going, guys?" I was laughing at what John Bennett said. He said I should ban Tristan Da Silva now. Young Charlotte said, "Let's get paid tonight." Anani said the points with the Bucks. I lean towards the Bucks tonight. There's a lot of off the court stuff going on. We saw what's going on with Giannis today, everyone. But I don't care about the trade talks. I think Giannis has a chance to go for 40 today. That's just my opinion. Maybe a sprinkle on 40 plus for Giannis today at plus 400. That is in my sights. But I settled on the safe play of over 30.5 here. He is going up against Jalen Durant, who has been effective in front of the rim, but he's regressed just a bit defensively over his last 3 games. Jalen Durant, he's also a bit of a flat-footed defender in transition. Although he is a dramatically improved player in other areas this season, I do think Giannis is going to dominate against the Pistons today on an individual basis. Yeah, so Marquez Wing, how's it going? He said Mikal Bridges is hot. He is. He's on fire. And let's see how it goes today, though. We have different matchups. John Bennett said he's on the Orlando Magic -8. And Tasha said she took the Bucks money line. Okay, I'm glad to see that. We might be aligned there. I might roll with the spread plus 4.5. I might roll with the spread and pick the pros and ponies. This crazy long name. He said, "You think Giannis is going to be focused tonight with all of the trade rumors?" Yeah, I mean, hey, yeah, I do. You know, I mean, we don't need Giannis to get his trade value up, but Giannis, I highly doubt he's going to stink it up today. And this is a particular spot where there isn't as much money as normal on Giannis. You know, we're not getting that 32.5 line. So I just want to make note of that as well, that we are Giannis is in position to succeed today, in my opinion. And I do think that he has a great chance to go for 35, maybe even 40 plus in this game. That's just my opinion. Anani said the Cade and Jalen Durant link up is what's always going to keep me away from what's keeping me away from the Bucks money line. Well, yeah, I mean the Pistons have also regressed recently, and it's largely due to their turnovers. Cade is a dark horse MVP candidate, but he has been turning the ball over at a higher rate recently. He needs to improve his assist to turnover ratio, in my opinion, get it back to the way things were for him over the first 10 games of the season when he had a much better assist to turnover ratio, in my opinion. And the Bucks, their defense went off the cliff against the Wizards the other day. But I really do feel like that loss is going to be the fuel that's needed for a team that does have a few veterans. It's not just Giannis, Miles Turner's there, Kyle Kuzma, a couple other people who've been in this league for a while. The way the Wizards were just dancing around on the court, I don't think it really bodes well for the Pistons today. But the Pistons also, I wouldn't be surprised if they win. But I give the Bucks the edge here. There's too much Giannis talk here. I know obviously something like that could be deflating to his teammates, but the way I look at it is actually a bit. It might seem counterintuitive, but the way I look at the situation is it might bolster his teammates in a game today, because as a professional athlete or as a professional in your craft, and you have a teammate, a high performing teammate that is looking to hit the exit, don't you want to put forth your best effort? Don't you want to show everyone that I'm not the problem? I'm not the reason why Giannis doesn't believe in this team. So I do think that some of these other role players, maybe Ryan Rollins, I do think some of these other role players might have above average offensive performances today on the Bucks. So yeah, let me know if you agree. with that one. If you don't, if you have the Pistons, it's either way. Let me know how you guys feel about that one. Like, whoa, Finance, welcome in, welcome in. He said Giannis wanted out. That won't stop him from playing hard. Yeah, it won't stop him. Giannis is always going to play hard, you know? Obviously, he had the injury with the groin issue, but if you guys notice, Giannis came back relatively quick from the groin issue. He's back up to near season highs in his minutes, so obviously that's not holding him back anymore. I know we're starting off with a lot of Giannis talk. That game actually isn't until 8 p.m. Eastern, so about another hour and a half. I get through some of the other games that I have right here as well. So I just want to list the plays for you. You can see them on the screen. I hope everyone can see the text. It's just right below me. We have DeAndre Hunter of the Cavaliers to go over 15.5 points at -110 odds to win 1 unit. Julian Champagnie, this is the Champagnie brother on the Spurs, over 9.5 points. I did bet him to go under the other day. I was successful with that in their last game on Sunday against the Timberwolves, but I do feel as though this is a bit of an over adjustment here. We saw his line set at around 11.5 points for about 2 weeks now, and 9.5 points has crossed the threshold for Champagnie for me. He has a career high in minutes this season. He's starting for the Spurs for like the last 10 games or so. Also a career high in minutes. I don't think Champagnie is a bad play here. I did have his points and rebounds combined as well. I forgot what the line is. I want to say it was possibly 14.5 or maybe 15.5. I had that listed as a decent play as well, but I elected to decide to bet on his points. So yeah, you can grab Julian Champagnie at over 9.5 points on some books. There are a couple of books that have 10.5, but the major books, a lot of them have 9.5 if you want to tail that bet. So the first two bets are for 1 unit each. Then I'm rolling with Tristan da Silva here. You know, against a Spurs defense that has regressed defensively over their last 5 games, and they're bottom 10 in defensive efficiency over the last 5 games. Obviously, players like Tristan da Silva should benefit from that because he's still an excellent transition player. He hasn't been attempting as many shots in recent games. We've seen Desmond Bane turn into have the highest usage of his career over the last 5 games. Desmond Bane, he wasn't ball hogging because the Magic were giving him a heat check over the course of the last 2 games. He scored 37, I believe, in both of the last 2 games. So that definitely affected some of the role players on like Tristan da Silva. But as I said, we've seen an adjustment from the sports books with Tristan da Silva lines from 11.5 points down to 8.5 points. This is a rock bottom line for me in terms of a buy-in here. I won't be betting on Tristan da Silva for the foreseeable future if he doesn't clear this line tonight. But I bet it for it's smaller. I bet it for a half unit, and the next bet on the list is Luke Cornett, center of the Spurs, to go over 7.5 points here. He is a bit of a streaky player, but I do feel as though Luke Cornett is in position to succeed as well. His usage it has actually remained steady on the second night of back-to-backs. As we know, the Spurs don't have much depth at the front court position, but that's a smaller bet, guys. The next player is a player that you may not recognize, but a lot of people that watch the NBA day in, day out, they'll know Vit Krejci. He is a role player on the Atlanta Hawks. He's a very streaky player, but as we've seen over the last few games, the second unit of the Clippers is absolutely terrible. It's possibly the worst bench in the NBA. And that's including the Nets bench that has multiple rookies playing. The Clippers bench is horrible, and the Clippers reserves are even worse defending the 3-point line. Vit Krejci is a player that I feel could pop off today in a somewhat limited role, but that's not an endorsement of who's going to win the game because I do have some possibly strange thoughts about that one. We've seen a lot of bad news, guys, about the Clippers over the last couple of days with Chris Paul being released during his farewell tour for his retirement this year at the end of the year. The Clippers are they've had their worst start to a season, I believe, in like 10 seasons, over 10 years maybe. Probably 12, 13 years since maybe. He's really good with PR, with publicity and stuff like that, and the narrative over the course of his career. But there are many documented reports of his teammates in the past saying that this guy is a rotten guy behind the scenes. You may not have seen that, but on the court, but something tells me Chris Paul isn't the leader that he's marketed as. This is just my opinion, but I've never been the biggest Chris Paul fan. He's choked in the playoffs many times. But either way, he still has a Hall of Fame career, at the end of the day. But looking at the Clippers for tonight's game, with all of that bad news circulating around the Clippers tonight from all angles, why didn't this line budge with the Atlanta Hawks, who have been playing very well against the spread without Trae Young, and a Hawks team that's finally has some rest now, and I think it opened at 3, and I think the line is still 3.5. So that is probably the most suspicious line of the day for me. I know Trae Young isn't in the lineup, but this team, I believe, is 13-4. No, they're 13-6. The Hawks are 13-6 straight up without Trae Young. They've been covering tons of spreads. I wanted to jump out there with the Clippers, but I just want to see how the game starts. I have that game as a potential live betting candidate, and I don't mind jumping on the Hawks either. So make sure you stick around for the rest of the live stream. Maybe we'll jump into that game for a potential live bet as well. So yeah, shout out to you guys in the chat. You guys have been going crazy. If you guys can, hit that like button for me. I really appreciate that. It does help the stream grow. Take a second to hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to at least, 55, 60 likes. Yesterday was a really good day on that front, but hey, have to take it day by day. Also, next bet, which is a larger bet, the Vit Krejci bet is a half unit bet. Okay, so that's 3 smaller bets in a row. The next bet is Josh Giddey of the Chicago Bulls to go over 9.5 assists. I do think Josh Giddey's on triple-double watch today. His triple-double is currently listed at plus 220, up to about plus 260, depending on what book you're looking at. Josh Giddey is about to take advantage of a Nets backcourt that is horrible defensively. They are playing many, many young players. The Bulls love to push the pace here. And I know that the Bulls are a bit banged up, but I think this is a prime spot for Josh Giddey to get back on track. And I think the books agree. I think Josh Giddey's assist line was set at 8.5 in his last game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Josh Giddey record a triple-double today. But I have decided to play the safer bet at Josh Giddey over 9.5 assists here. And then I've already gone over Giannis Antetokounmpo over 30.5 points. And then I have Cade Cunningham. Even if the Pistons don't cover today, I spoke to Tasha in the chat about this the other day when Cade Cunningham's line was 9.5 against the Hawks, his assist line, and I don't think he went over that day. But I mentioned how 8.5 is the threshold for me for Cade at the moment. I know he's a triple-double threat at any moment, but I'm much more willing to bet Cade Cunningham's assists at 8.5, even though it's juiced at minus 128, as opposed to 9.5 assists. So I wouldn't be surprised if he records 10 plus assists today, but 8.5 assists is my play for Cade. There we saw the Bucks defense, how they played against the guards, Bub Carrington, CJ McCollum. These certain players were having their way with them when they lost to the Wizards the other night. Now I do expect the Bucks to improve a bit defensively, but Cade is just one of those high usage players that you may not be able to stop him from getting his. And the matchup is definitely there. And then the last bet is Reed Shepherd of the Houston Rockets to go over 13.5 points at minus 120 odds. This is a Kings team that's really reeling in their front court. I know Reed Shepherd is not a big, but the Kings are a team that is trying to push the pace because they don't have a serviceable big with Domantas Sabonis out of the lineup. In those sort of track meet games, Reed Shepherd is a young player that really could take advantage here. And I also like the lower line. This line has been adjusted from what we've seen at around 15.5 points for Reed Shepherd down to 13.5 points. So yeah, line fluctuations, line movements on a game-to-game basis to me are very important for when betting player props. You can look at it like it's a discount. I believe that his true shooting percentage is through the roof this season as well. And you look at the way Alperen Sengun and Kevin Durant have been playing. I really do think that the Kings, they have such limited resources defensively in terms of personnel with the players on their team. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at KD and Alperen Sengun two players that haven't been stopped this season. But I really do feel like Reed Shepherd is going to be the one that's overlooked and is going to be in a position to take advantage of certain matchups. So yeah, let me know how you feel about the plays. Let me know what you guys are tailing out of these plays. I might add a couple more plays here before these games start. I'll catch up with the chat as well. Who do you guys think is going to win tonight? I have some interesting thoughts about the Miami Heat game as well. We know Norman Powell is out. If you guys didn't see that. Some last minute injury news. Jamal Murray is a game time decision, right? LaMelo Ball will play. Whoa, that's big news, man. So the line's changed now. 8 minutes ago, guys. Jalen Johnson is out for the Hawks. I thought that there would be some fishy business in this game. There's a lot of money on the Hawks tonight, guys. Jalen Johnson wasn't on the injury report at all. Wow. So what's the line now? What's the line now? It's 1.5. Hawks minus 1.5. It's dropped from 3.5 to 1.5. So that's tons of respect for a prospective all-star this season in Jalen Johnson. That's fishy, man. That's fishy. I was just talking about how the Clippers, there might be some funny business in this game. But can they beat the Hawks without Trae Young and Jalen Johnson? That remains to be seen, but that's a crazy game, man. Casual has it going. KH has it going in the chat. Let's see what else is going on here. John Bennett said he's on the Orlando Magic -8. Anani said, yeah, the Cade and Durant link up. Tasha said, Anani said, Tasha, what do you think about Cavaliers first half tonight against the Blazers today? Blazer Fader is back in the chat. Welcome, welcome. He said he's on Denny Avdia under 7.5 assists. Denny Avdia under 7.5 assists tonight. Was he ruled in? Let me know. JMain34 said, who are you taking? I don't know who that is for the PR. Alex Kudabach is back as well. He says, would you take a flat 9 for Cade on Prize Picks? What happens on Prize Picks if it's a push? Prize Picks isn't available where I am. What happens on Alex? What happens on Prize Picks if it lands right on 9? Does the house win or does it become a push? John Bennett said Reed Shepherd over 3 assists tonight. Best of luck, John. Like Wo Finance said, I like your picks. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the positivity. Mr. Nice Guy said, I like the Mavs outright tonight. The Mavericks outright against the Miami Heat. We see what Ryan Nembhard has provided. The undrafted player out of Gonzaga. You know, he's given them a real spark here. Anthony Davis was dominant against the Nuggets the other day. No Norman Powell today, but I still lean towards the Heat, man. I still lean towards the Heat to at least win. That's just me, Mr. Nice Guy. That's just me. Noah C says, how are you doing? Heard a while back about Klingon's rebounds. And about Klingon's rebounds. 1 second, why did it freeze? Okay, no, it's here. Rebounds when he plays on a back-to-back. Going back-to-back last year, he had his last 11 games on the second night of a back-to-back. He's talking about Donovan Klingon on the Portland Trailblazers. 11, 21 rebounds, 14, 18, 13, 9, 13, 13, 11. Wow, he's a monster on the second night of a back-to-back. Wow. I didn't see that, but thanks for sharing, Noah. You're always bringing some really high-quality trends as well. Thanks for that. Yeah, let's see how he comes out today. Noah Sees says, I also took Zachary Risache earlier. What'd you take, the points for Risache? You took the points? Charles Benfield said, I had Jalen Johnson for 4+ threes today. Well, hey, at least you got a refund. Charles, welcome in. Welcome in. Casual said, I like the Clippers today, but man, I don't know if I can get there. Also, I like the Bucks. Okay. I kind of like the Bucks as well. I like the Clippers much better when it was 3.5, man. The fact that the Clippers still aren't favored, it just shows you, man, they haven't been profitable. Like, who's going to take the Hawks now if they know that Jalen Johnson's out, right? We know where the dollar flows are coming now, everyone. We know where the dollar flows are coming in on that game. Should be a really interesting game now. It was already an interesting game, but I mean, one could argue that this is the most important regular season game for the Clippers in a long time. Like Will Finance said, the Miami Heat spread is too low. It's a trap game. He said, who was the guy that picked Dallas to win outright? He might be onto something. That's Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy said that in the chat. And then Godlike Player said, do I like the Magic? I lean towards the Magic's way. We saw a lot of energy towards the end from the Spurs, though. I want to see if it carries over into the early part of the game and if we can get a better line on the Magic. So you guys stick around for possible live bets. We do have 3 games tipping off in about 25 minutes. I can't wait for these games tonight. It's another night in the association. Let's see if we can come out on top here. So Tasha said take Dallas. Okay. Tasha's riding with the Mavs today as well. Best of luck, Tasha. Thanks for sharing. Noah C says, yeah, he took Zachary Rissache's points laddered up to 17. He has wild home road splits. He's talking about the number 1 overall pick last year from the Hawks, everyone. And Pick the Pro said, look for Ayo Dosunmu to put up a lot of offense over 17 and a half. I would like to see him maybe benefit from the synergy I've seen between him and Josh Giddey today. Maybe let's see if he can get back into that catch and shoot mode. Ayo Dosunmu for today's game. He's coming off of a decent game against the Magic, but it was really unfortunate to see the Bulls lose that game when that was their best effort over this losing streak. It's not saying much because it's against the Brooklyn Nets, but I do think that I do think that the Chicago Bulls will snap their losing streak today. I do think that even though the Nets have improved a bit recently. Trevor said, do you like the Nuggets to cover -7.5 after losing their last game? The Nuggets have been their defense has fallen off of a cliff, but I still lean their way in this game. Let me actually get to my notes now. Let me get to some of my notes. How's it going, Jason Purcell? He said, the Knicks need Zion. Do they? Do they need Zion? Welcome in. And Jason Purcell said Brook Lopez will retire with the Nets. That's very random. Thanks for sharing. And yeah, do what you want to do in the chat as well. He said he likes the Magic, the Knicks, the Hawks. Let's cash. Okay. Best of luck and welcome back, bro. Yeah, drop those picks in the chat, everyone. Drop those picks in the chat. Stokeski, how's it going? Brian Ward said, as a Bucks fan, I'm bummed out about the Giannis news. It has to be a deflating piece of news for the fans. I don't think it's going to be deflating for his teammates tonight. I think they're coming to play today. But I do think it has to be just like you said. I feel like it's very deflating for the people in Milwaukee. But hey, Giannis, we've seen this play out over the years. Giannis wanting out, then they appease him, and then he wants out again. We've seen it over and over, right? We just got this from Doc Rivers. They just asked him in his pregame press conference today. They just posted this on Underdog. Doc Rivers on the latest Giannis Antetokounmpo trade report. He said, Giannis has never asked to be traded, ever. I can't make that more clear. I go to the source, he said. I talk to the source every single day. He loves Milwaukee and he loves the Bucks. Look, man, I don't believe Doc Rivers. Does anyone believe Doc Rivers in the chat? Of course, as an ambassador of the Bucks, as the head coach of the Bucks, he's going to say that. Do you guys believe that? Or is that PR? That's PR spin right there. Or are they trying to increase Giannis's trade value already? Even more. Hey, we're getting pretty close. Hit that like button for me. I really appreciate that. Hit that like button for me. Alex said, not many unders on the sheet after yesterday's BS. Let's hope for a hot start tonight. I know, man. I know. The unders will make their return. I did have a few candidates that I did want to take under, but then I decided not to. I'll let you know. One of them was Desmond Bane. I had him listed maybe under 23.5 points, and also Dylan Harper on the Spurs. I did want to target. I wanted to target both of them to go under today, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let me get to my notes. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Another NBA stream. Also, if you're watching the stream and you're not subscribed, take a second to subscribe. Another live NBA betting session is here. I'll be on for a couple of hours to sweat the games with everyone in the chat, and also to, in all likelihood, add more plays, live in-game plays. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. Let me get to some of my notes here. We can start with the Cavs game. You guys already know Denny Avdia has been ruled in. Deni Avdija has been ruled in. Second night of a back-to-back, traveling out of Canada last night. This is a tough spot for the Blazers, but the Blazers have covered 5 of their last 7 games against the spread. There is one glaring trend here, although if you guys remember the other day, I did say I think that the Cavaliers were going to cover against the Pacers, and they did. But in today's game, in terms of the injuries, health, obviously the Cavs have the edge here. But it is worth noting that the Cavs, they haven't covered in back-to-back games yet this season, and we're a quarter of the way through the regular season. The Cavaliers are yet to cover in back-to-back games. Now, obviously, this is a new opponent, but that is a bit of an alarming trend here. Also, the Cavaliers are 3-9 against the spread at home this season. Obviously, they've played a lot of different lineups. They've dealt with a lot of injuries. Jarrett Allen is still out dealing with an issue with his finger, but Darius Garland is back into the lineup, so that does bolster their offense a bit here. Although Darius Garland seems to have regressed a bit defensively, but do the Blazers have enough firepower to hang in this game? It's a tough one, I do want to say that the Blazers are 3-0 on this against the spread on the second night of a back-to-back this season, but you have to take that with a grain of salt because they're 2 out of those 3 games they had many of their players healthy earlier this season. So, they have a very thin lineup. They have players that are a bit inexperienced, like Sidi Sissoko and Caleb Love getting high minutes, tons of minutes. They played a hard-fought game that they competed last night against the Raptors. They would have to shoot lights out, obviously, in this game, but I was a bit scared to lay the points with the Cavs, okay? I was a bit scared to lay the points with the Cavs in this one. Let's see if the Blazers can maybe upset them early in this one. Maybe that's possible, and we can get a better line with the Cavs, but and then also on the flip side, if the Cavs did win by margin, I wouldn't be surprised because of the health situation. But there are a couple of trends that, like last night's game, they were down by 15 points against the Raptors. All of a sudden, they clamped down defensively and really looked, like a quality team for like 6 minutes against the Raptors. The Raptors offense, obviously, they're having issues offensively. Their offense ground to a halt late in that game, but yeah. 1 second, let me pull up my my info about DeAndre Hunter as well. Let me just pull that up for you guys. 1 second. The Heat game is really interesting to me as well. Okay, so I'm just putting up a poll in the chat. Yeah, let me know your opinion in the chat. Who covers tonight between the Miami Heat and the Dallas Mavericks? Let me know your vote in the chat. And also, we are getting close to the target. Everyone, let's see if we can get this stream up to about 60 likes. I would really appreciate that. Who covers tonight? Drop your vote in the chat. So, yeah, Daniel Gafford is playing today. That they're not going to reduce Cooper Flagg's minutes. They both play in the front court, but I do think there could be a bit less space to maneuver for Cooper Flagg in this game today. I did have him possibly listed to go under 16.5 points, but I backed off of that because we don't know the long-term impact of Ryan Nembhard. We see the short-term impact that Ryan Nembhard has on this Mavs team. But what if this is the start of a future star pairing, between Nembhard and Cooper? So I'm very interested to see how Cooper Flagg plays against a Heat team that has improved defensively recently. So So yeah, you guys should know that Daniel Gafford is back. So there's a bit of a different lineup here for the Mavs. As I said, starting lineup for the Blazers is out. Denny Avdia, Sidi Sissoko, Chumeni Kamara, Jeremy Grant, Donovan Clingan. What do you guys think about this one? What do you guys think? And the big news in the last hour or so is Jalen Johnson being ruled out. Jalen Johnson being ruled out, okay, for the Atlanta Hawks, if you're just joining the stream. That definitely changes the entire dynamic of that game. Jalen Johnson has been one of the, let's just call it what it is, man. In terms of this season, he has been performing at a top 10 level. Now, obviously, that's because Trae Young's out of the lineup, but this guy, he doesn't turn the ball over. His three-point shooting is dramatically improved. His assist-to-turnover ratio is dramatically improved. And he's an above-average defender. He's a lengthy perimeter guy. What is this Hawks team going to look like tonight without Trae Young and Jalen Johnson against the Clippers that are absolutely starving for any positive news here? Maybe I should have jumped on the Clippers plus 3.5, but I have to tell you guys, if the Clippers somehow still lose this game tonight, they have to blow it up. They have to blow it up. They have to blow it up. Chris Murray's out. He's a role player on the Blazers. As I said before, Denny Avdia will play. Bobby Portis will play tonight. Kevin Porter Jr. will play tonight for the Bucks. Both of them for the Bucks. Giannis will play tonight. I expected Giannis to play. It would have been a really bad look if Giannis sat out after missing after all the trade talk earlier today. You know, it basically took over the entire NBA fan discourse on social media this afternoon. It was Giannis this, Giannis that. Any other last minute news here? Jalen Smith ruled out. Backup big for the Bulls. That could really hurt them. Zach Collins is also not ready to come back yet. I knew Trae Jones was likely to miss this game based on the early reports in the day. Lonzo Ball will play off the bench for the Cavs today. We have some comments about Ty Lue here. You know, people are trying to blame Ty Lue for the Chris Paul thing, but hey, Jamal Murray is going to play. I'm sure you guys saw that at the beginning of the stream. He was a game time decision, but he was going through pregame warmups. Yeah, so see if anything else rolls in here. Pelly Larson will play for the Heat. Second year player right there. Let's yeah, so DeAndre Hunter's minutes have remained steady this year, as we all know the Cavaliers have had issues with their with injuries in different lineups on every night, but he's been one of the consistent players for the Cavaliers this season. His current line of 15.5 points, which you may think is high on the surface level, but if you've been watching the Cavs this season, you know that he definitely has the skill set, particularly shooting from deep, to clear this line. I'm not going to say with ease, but he's gone over this line today of 15.5 points in 12 of the 18 games that he's played this season. He's averaging 28, just under 38 minutes, just under 30 minutes per game. He's averaging 29 minutes per game this season. He's actually averaging 17 points a game this season. So that's also very impressive. We know that this team needs a third quality scorer. We know that Jared Allen's out of the lineup. We know that Max Strus is still, a few weeks away from making his season debut for the Cavs. So I do think Isaac Okoro is in a decent position to succeed. Now, last game the last two games he didn't shoot very well, but the volume has been there for him over his last 10 games overall in terms of shot attempts. He's attempted at least 10 shots from the field in 8 of his last 10 games. DeAndre Hunter of the Hawks. This is a game against a team that does have a multitude of injuries here in the Blazers. The Blazers defense has fallen off of a cliff, guys, on the perimeter. I did want to take DeAndre Hunter to go over his 2.5 threes in this game, but I decided to go for the points instead because he has been getting to the free throw line this season. But he's attempted a total of 14 threes over his last 2 games. Okay, he's only shooting 4 for 14 from 3 over his last 2 games, but he was relatively consistent across the first 16 games this season. So I do think that he's going to get back on track here. It's just my opinion. I do think he's going to get back on track here. Those are my thoughts there. Let me move on. Yeah, we're getting pretty close, guys. Hit that like button for me. Smash that like button. It really does help the stream. Let's see if we can get 60 likes. I appreciate you. Take 1 second to hit that like button for me. And I will be on during the games once again to give you live commentary, live analysis. Tons of plays in the chat as well. A lot of sharp minds in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat, even if you're not sharing plays. Thanks for the positivity. Let's keep that chat rolling. I'll jump back in with the chat in just 1 second as the games tip off in 8 minutes. We have 3 games tipping off in 8 minutes, everyone. Should be a very interesting night of basketball. We have a compressed schedule, no late games, so I will stay on the stream. I'll try to stay on the stream until all of the games are done today, until the end of the Miami Heat Dallas Mavericks game. So I'll be here for a few hours. Let's see if we can make some money here together. My live bets only went 2-2 last night, but I did hit that live same game parlay in the Raptors game. Let's see if we can get back on track. No pregame sides today. I had one yesterday with the Spurs. Today was a bit more difficult for sides for me. I do have a spot that I really like for tomorrow, but I'll get back to pregame point spreads. I'm looking at, I have half of these games listed for potential in-game point spread bets. So let's see how things go at the end of the first quarter at halftime in these games. I have 5 of these games listed as strong live betting candidates. I just want to see how things go in terms of tempo and other things early in the game. So yeah, looking at the Nuggets defense, everyone, they are in a position right now where we're early in the season. I'm not going to say must win, but they need to show that they can defend without Aaron Gordon in the lineup. Like, is one player that important? We know Aaron Gordon is one of the best defenders in the NBA, but like, this Nuggets defense has been paper mache, Swiss cheese, any other soft material you can think of. And this is not like the Nuggets as from what we've seen over the last couple of years. Now, the benefit of that is that a lot of player props for their role players have gone over, because we've seen tons of possessions. We've seen very lightning pace in these Nuggets games. But we do have a bit of a conflicting dynamic here, because even though they're called the Indiana Pacers, they haven't been playing with pace over their last 10 games. They've actually been playing at one of the slowest tempos over their last 10, 15 games or so, the Pacers. Actually, over their last 10 games, not as far back as 15. So we're seeing a team in the Nuggets that's going to try to push the pace here against a team in Indiana that's really, in order to compete, they've been slowing these games down to a crawl. The inefficiency of Benedict Mathurin has hurt the Pacers as well. They've been playing better. They were on a 6-game streak winning against the point spread over their last 6 games prior to losing by a decent margin against the Cavs in their last game. But the Nuggets have gone over, games involving the Denver Nuggets have gone over the pregame total in each of their last 5 games. So, and it's been pretty shocking to see their defense, particularly after halftime. Like, they've been getting destroyed after halftime. So this is a team that's going to need to get it together here. I do think the Nuggets, I have the Nuggets winning this game. In terms of money lines today, guys, maybe some last minute money line action if you want to put together something, maybe a parlay or something. I'm not sure what it pays. I'd have to open it up. But I did have the Nuggets. The Nuggets, the Heat, and the Bulls. So maybe put those together on a money line. Let me calculate what that would pay. That could be some plus money. It should be. How do you guys feel about that? Yeah, it pays plus 160. Pays plus 160. I mean, I kind of like that play. Nuggets money line, Bulls money line, Heat money line together. It's if you're just looking for action, if you're just looking for game winners, I do have those teams listed as decent money line candidates. But it's been treacherous with favorites in the NBA over like the last 10 days. So definitely be careful. We are less than 5 minutes from tip off. We have the Nuggets game tipping off. We have the Magic game tipping off, and we have the Cavaliers game tipping off. Everyone, we're definitely getting a lot closer to that target as well. Hit that like button for me as we get ready. I'll watch at least 2 of those 3 games. I'll get the scores on the screen for you guys. I'll give you guys my thoughts. I'll tell you exactly what I'm seeing. I'll interact with the chat. But definitely hit that like button for me. And if you're watching the stream and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You'll be happy you did so by the time we get to the NBA Finals. I'm very confident in that, although anything can happen. And last thing I want to say before I get back into these games, just giving you my thoughts early on. Don't ever bet more than you can afford to lose. I say that every single stream. Don't anything can happen in sports betting. When you're dealing with probabilities, with chance. No matter how confident you are in any particular spot, no matter how confident someone else is who may be recommending bets to you, whether it's me or anyone else, is don't bet your entire bankroll or a large percentage of your bankroll on any one play. And also these we're trying to make it to the next day. And also these are straight bets. I've been doing pretty well with straight bets. If I play a parlay, I will share it and label it as such for you. Okay. So I just want to make sure to say that. You said I'm lagging a bit. Okay. Hold on. How's my audio? Am I lagging, everyone? My system says everything is clear for me. My connection is strong. So let me know if you guys can hear me clearly, if you guys can see things clearly. Either way, the games are starting in 2, maybe 3 minutes. It's time. That's very, very bad news right there, man. You see that news right there? Noah Sengun, the lottery pick of the Chicago Bulls in the first round. He never even got to really get started, man, and he didn't look that good when he did play. Season-ending shoulder surgery. So the Bulls, hope they didn't waste their lottery pick, man. Hope they didn't waste their lottery pick. Last few things in the chat, like Will Finance said, the audio is good. X-Kill, how's it going in the chat? He said I'm not lagging. Thanks for that. John Bennett said I'm good. Javi Ramirez, welcome in. Juan Juarez, welcome in, my brother. Javi Ramirez says, my guy, what are your thoughts on Sengun's rebounds over 9.5 rebounds? That could be a strong play. We saw what Zach Edey did. He smacked the Kings. The other day. It was embarrassing what they did. What he did to the Kings the other day. Sengun fits a similar profile. Obviously, he's not a 7'4" giant, but he has a very high motor. He's in the best shape of his life. I don't see why Sengun shouldn't dominate all facets of the game, his rebounds as well. I'm hoping that Reed Shepherd can get it done today as well. I didn't bet on Sengun for this matchup, but if you did, Javi, best of luck. Godlike Player said Houston Rockets -15.5. I lean towards the Rockets in this game. I think the Kings are in big trouble tonight. I think the Kings are in big trouble, guys. Rose Runner, how's it going? Tasha said, me too. What game are you talking about? So yeah, it's time for me to get these games on. Rose Runner said, I think the Bucks win after a loss to the Wizards, and they should be locked in. Also, historically, the Bucks have owned the Pistons. Yeah, it's a new Pistons though. It's a new era, but I do lean towards the Pistons as well. I think Giannis could have his first triple double of the season, man. It pays like plus 850. I just want to say, that could be players that could have double doubles or triple doubles today. I have a few listed, maybe some long shots if you guys are looking for some. Maybe that game's about to start. Unfortunately, it's starting right now. Let me get that on. I was gonna say De'Aaron Fox double double from the San Antonio Spurs. It's plus 580. I do think De'Aaron Fox could have a decent game with his assists over 6.5. It's not out of the question that he gets 10 assists in this game. For maybe what could be his first double-double of the season. Another candidate could be Josh Hart from the New York Knicks. His pays only plus 120 for a double-double. And then Giannis as well for maybe a triple-double, or maybe Giannis to go for 35 plus today. I think plus 200 or 40 plus points for plus 400. That's if you guys are looking for extreme long shots. I do think that there could be value on those lines, but I just bet the regular line for Giannis. So I don't want to mislead you. I'm only sharing what I actually have my money on. Otherwise, I'll let you know that it's just something that I have researched early in the day. And so we have 3 games tipping off right now. Let me get the games on the screen for you. The Clippers are running their same starting lineup. Let me get the scores on the screen for you guys. It's time for the NBA. All 3 games have tipped off, and it's time. The markets are open. Ding, 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 ding. The markets are open. Let me get the scores here. Give me a second just to adjust the screen for you, and then I'm going to get the games on to watch. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat right now. What game are you watching? Best of luck with all of your bets. I'm rooting for you to smash the slate. Let's win these bets together. I'm rooting for us. Let's go. Let's go. Out of these two games, what scores do you guys want to see? What scores do you guys want to see? Did you guys bet any player props in the Nuggets game? And also let me know what game you're watching. The Spurs are off to a 6-2 start after that Harrison Barnes 3 right there. Harrison Barnes had a big night last night. Big night. Dropped 31 points on the Grizzlies. He's one of the best veteran role players in the NBA. One of the best veteran role players. I do want to see if we can target the Magic on a better line in game here. I was scared to lay the 8.5, even though it's the second night of a back-to-back. This Spurs team has tons of young players. I don't think the second night of the back-to-back is going to affect them like many people think. If you're just joining the stream, Jalen Johnson is out for the Hawks, guys. That game starts in about 25 minutes. So yeah, let me get the stream on. Let me fire up League Pass and watch these games with you. Welcome in, welcome in. Drop those picks in the chat. We're all trying to win together. There's a very sharp community here. I love what I've been seeing. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Leaky, Tasha, Devin, Young, David Louisette, Daddy Rel, Anani, HFRY, Wild Mets Cats, Casual, Dingo, welcome back, bro. Everyone, man. Love to see you guys here. We'll go ahead and keep this going. We're still waiting for that first basket from the Nuggets. We have plays. Plays are on. The plays are on. Okay, yeah, I have League Pass loading right now, so just give me a second. I'll watch the Spurs game and the Cavs game. I'll keep the Nuggets score on the screen for you guys if you're interested in that. I'm about to watch the Spurs game, and I'm going to watch the Cavs game. Just give me a second to get this loaded up. The Spurs played really good defense in the fourth quarter against the Grizzlies last night. The Grizzlies were kind of hot before yesterday's game. They won 6 out of 7 games prior to last night, although it was against poor competition. If you guys were here in the chat yesterday, you guys remember I did bet the Spurs yesterday. I did add that as a late play to cover -5. They did. And after the game, the head coach of the Spurs, he said that he's challenging this team to see if they can carry over their positive defensive momentum from last night's fourth quarter into tonight's game. So he personally challenged the Spurs locker room last night after the game. He didn't want to give them a pat on the back for beating the Grizzlies last night. That's a good coach. The Magic have also been rolling. They've been one of the best teams in the NBA from the moment Paolo Banchero got hurt. So this Spurs game against the Magic, it could be one of the better games. Also in the chat, let me know who do you think is going to cover tonight between the Miami Heat and the Mavericks. Heat -4.5 or Mavericks +4.5. Go ahead and vote in the chat. I'm really interested in your opinion. Why is it freezing? League Pass. Okay, it's working now. Sorry, it just took me a second to, I had to reopen my tab. So yeah, I have the Spurs game on. I can see it's at a timeout right now, timeout Spurs. And I'll let you guys know exactly what I'm seeing in terms of foul trouble, tempo, anything I'm seeing in terms of strategy for the game, players that may be performing well as well. I'll let you guys know exactly what I'm seeing as soon as that game comes back from the timeout. Jamal Murray hits a 3 right there against the Nuggets, against the Pacers, and the Nuggets are down by 1, 9-8 right there. Who's popping off for the Cavs? I have the game on now, but it's at a timeout. Okay, Mobley, Mitchell, Mobley, Hunter. DeAndre Hunter hit the first basket. Second basket. Okay, so Mitchell has 2 points. We need any positive news we can get. Timeout Blazers, hot start for the Cavs, and DeAndre Hunter has 2 points in the first 3 minutes of the game. Hopefully he can get back to that 29, 30-minute mark tonight. We do know that this is the second night of a back-to-back. I know there is a risk involved here with a potential blowout in a double-digit point spread. I'll see if I can add a couple of live bets at halftime. I won't force anything, but I'll be looking for live bets here when these games get to halftime. Maybe even before that. We'll see how it goes. Leaky Crease said, I had the same thought with Orlando, bro. It opened at 6.5 and I didn't get it in time. Yeah. They priced in the the second night of the back-to-back, traveling Texas over to Orlando overnight. But, a part of me thought that maybe it was a bit of an over-adjustment and maybe we can get a better line on the Magic in-game. Let's see. Ben Shepherd hits a 3 for the Pacers to take a 2-point lead for the welcome back Dingo. To take a 2-point lead for the Pacers. Yeah, David Lewis said, yeah, we talked about that when the news broke about what, under an hour ago, when Jalen Johnson was ruled out for the Hawks. It changes the entire complexion of the game. I was going off on a tirade about how I think there could be some funny business, and then he's ruled out, in that game. Leaky said he has the most interest in the Cavaliers game. Okay. John Bennett said the Magic. He has interest in the Magic game. Thanks a lot for subscribing, Devin Young. Thanks a lot for subscribing. I appreciate you. If you're watching the stream and not subscribed, take a second to subscribe. And we are getting pretty close. Hit that like button. We're getting pretty close. Take a second to hit that like button. Turn notifications on. Aggravates in the chat says he took the Nuggets first quarter. He said they're demons in the first quarter. They have been overall. We also have a 3. I missed it on the scoreboard while I was getting the game on. But we also had a 3-point shot made by Tristan da Silva. So, yeah, some good news with Tristan da Silva early. But we've seen with him before, okay, another shot for Tristan da Silva. He's up to 5 quick first points. Let's go, Tristan da Silva. He must have heard me about an hour ago about how he was about to get banned. He was about to get banned for the rest of the season. He doesn't want to get banned. And we got a 3 from Champagny as well. Back-to-back pieces of good news right there. A 3 for Champagny, 5 and 5 points for Da Silva. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Like Will said, those are good money line picks. Oh yeah, what I talked about earlier, right? With Heat money line, Nuggets money line, and Bulls money line. The Bulls one is obviously pretty shaky, but Wind X Marshall, welcome back. He said, fam, you guys may want to look at Kyle Kuzma over 2.5 assists plus money on Bet365. Thanks for sharing. I hope he cashes all 3 of those assists targeting Giannis. Monster game for Giannis today. But yeah, best of luck, Wind X. Great defense from Franz Wagner right there. One of my favorite players to bet on. We did cash with him over 24.5 points. He cashed with 1 minute left in the game for us in the last Magic game here on the stream. I didn't take his points today, but that was great. Defense led to offense right there with the steal and going coast to coast for the layup. A couple of turnovers for De'Aaron Fox. A couple of turnovers for Fox early. Rishi, welcome in. He says he's on the Pistons money line tonight. Best of luck, Rishi. Best of luck. And now we have another steal from Tristan da Silva. He pushes it up the court. He passes to Jalen Suggs in the corner, and we have a foul. A foul on Champagny. This isn't free throws, no. This won't be free throws. But Suggs is subbing out of the game. Even though Champagny had picked up his first foul of the game. DeAndre Hunter's up to 4 points, guys. Let's go, Hunter. Let's go. We have some good news early. DeAndre Hunter's off to up to 4 points early. This is a big game for the Cavs, in my opinion. Obviously, it's a big game for the Blazers. You know they've sort of fallen off a bit recently, but this is a big game for the Cavs. They haven't covered in back-to-back games all season, and we have a layup for Tristan da Silva. He has 7 first-quarter points. We need 1 basket for Tristan da Silva for the rest of the game to cash our first bet here on the stream over 8.5 points. Let's go. I said I'm buying Tristan da Silva at a discount. I've been betting him at 10.5 points. I will bet him at 8.5 points. And if he goes over today, we may not see that line again for a couple of weeks. Did anyone bet on da Silva with me in the chat? It's a very, very fast-paced game here between the Blazers and the Cavs. An extremely fast-paced game here. This is a track meet. Both games are out. Both teams are getting out on the open floor and running. The Cavs need to pick it up in terms of their defense in front of the rim right now. The Blazers are catching rebounds and running at a lightning fast pace in transition. They're trying to get to the rim before Evan Mobley can get back and get set on defense. I can see they're making a concerted effort of that. So Mobley is going to have to make an adjustment defensively to maybe not crash every rebound and try to get back and limit those transition opportunities. That looks to be the strategy early on for the Blazers. Anything can change. We know it's a game of adjustments. The Cavs do have the firepower to jump out there at any moment, but this is an impressive start for the Blazers, considering that they played a very hard-fought game last night against my Raptors, and they had to travel. Coming out of customs out of Canada as an athlete is not easy. We know that. We got some great news from da Silva early. Wild Mets Cat said he's on Siakam 20+. Best of luck. Siakam's been a machine this year. If the Pacers didn't have such a bad record, I'd say he should be an all-star. We never know. Maybe they can turn it around by then, but shout out to Siakam. Best of luck with your bet, Wild Mets Cats. Casual said, I'm on Arkansas in college. I'm only looking towards the Bucks and live betting the NBA today. There's nothing wrong with taking a step back, Casual. Let me know if you do live bet today, and best of luck to you. Anani said, let's get the Cavs score on. I put it on for you. Got the Cavs score on the screen. David Lewis said, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, said he has Jokic for a double-double tonight. Okay. That should be low odds, right? You meant triple-double or double-double? Let me know. Devin said, I have Julian Champagny over 5.5 rebounds. I did like his rebounds today too, but I'm just not a rebounds guy when it comes to player props betting. Most of the people in the chat that have been here over the last few weeks in the stream know that I usually bet rebounds when it's paired with another category, particularly points. Whether points and rebounds combined or PRA. But best of luck, Devin, for sure. Hopefully we get a big night from Champagny. I want us both to cash. Like Woe said, Sengun's looking to shoot more than rebound, but he might switch up tonight. Yeah, I mean, Sengun should be able to get whatever he wants against the Kings. Leaky Cree said the Magic are better without Paolo. Okay. They've definitely been performing better covering these spreads without Paolo. They're off to a bit of a slow start today, right here. Defensively, the offense looks good. Smash that like button for me, guys. I'm just getting through the chat, catching up on the chat. HFRY said, do you like Pistons money line or Heat money line better tonight? Out of the two, I like the Heat money line more. I know Norman Powell is out, but the Heat have sneaky depth, and I just want to see this Mavs team see if they can get on a consistent run here. Now we see the energy provided by Anthony Davis and Ryan Nembhard to a degree as well. Ryan Nembhard. Ryan Nembhard has been so impressive for the Mavs that they won't even give us Ryan Nembhard props. Like, they won't even give us his props. Did you guys see Ryan Nembhard props today from the Mavericks? Yeah, but the Pistons, I can't really roll with them today because, one, I have a decent bet on Giannis, and I want to see the Bucks do well. I lean towards the Bucks' way. I do think that the trade talk today could embolden his teammates today. I think they have something to prove today to Giannis today that they're not the reason for their troubles today. But obviously, that theory of mine could fall flat on its face. And it could also have a deflationary impact. It could deflate his teammates. Matt Harris, welcome in. Welcome back. He's got Jokic triple-double. Minus 150 should be easy work. Yeah, it should be. If the game remains competitive, best of luck, Matt. Minus 150 on a triple double is crazy. That's crazy. That's like the year Westbrook had all those triple doubles, man. And Devin said, no, Paolo Banchero is a beast. He's not ready. So Devin's not really there yet to declare the Magic a better team without Paolo Banchero. I think you can make an argument for both sides. I mean, they're definitely a different team. I'm not going to say better, but their offense definitely they're playing at a faster pace. They play a bit slower half-court style when Banchero's in the game. Now, Banchero, the adjustment that I want to see from him when he comes back from the injury is to put his head down and get to that free throw line. You know, that's what he should be focused on. He needs to get back to what was working last year when he was getting to the free throw line at an all-star rate. Michael Custodio, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. He said, I had Blazers team total under. It doesn't look good. It is early, but this is a fast-paced start. The Cavs just got a couple of stops back-to-back. A couple of stops back-to-back here. Let's see if they can carry that momentum going forward, as a few of these reserves are now in the game, like Caleb Love, who just went 0 for 2. He just missed back-to-back shots for the Blazers. So this is where you can expect the Blazers to take, to decline a bit, is the offensive production of their reserves. Shout out to you guys. I know I'm talking 1,000 miles a minute, 1,000 words a minute, but that's how I roll. How about Franz Wagner with 4 assists in the first quarter? His line was 4.5 assists. Franz Wagner is distributing today. Point forward action from Franz. What was the line on the Blazers team total? I think it was 114.5. Leaky. The pregame line. Hitsticks says, you must play Madden. Your name's Hitstick? Shout out to the Hitsticks. He says, I'm just saying, if he's gonna leave the Bucks, the Bucks should have traded him for Luka when the Mavs called for him. Did they call the Bucks? I remember seeing that Nico Harrison, he didn't call anyone. Wasn't that part of the controversy, Hitsticks? That he only called the Lakers. He was adamant on bringing Anthony Davis to the Mavs. Very Good Money said, I usually bet on Tristan da Silva's PRA when the Magic are on the second night of a back-to-back. It's been doing well for him so far. Thanks for sharing that trend, Barry. No joke. I'll keep note of that. SK, welcome in. He said, what's up, boss? My favorite look is Vit Krejci of the Atlanta Hawks over 5.5 threes attempted. So I'm guessing that's either on Prize Picks or DraftKings. But yeah, I would love to see that happen. I have him over 7.5 points. And it's crazy, guys, because I shared that on the stream before they ruled out Jalen Johnson. That was crazy. So maybe his line might not even be 7.5 points anymore. I just realized that. David Lewisette said he has De'Aaron Fox under 2.5 3-pointers made. Okay. How many does he have right now? Xkilla said, how much do I pay for NBA League Pass? For me, NBA League Pass was free because I usually buy the video game NBA 2K. I bought NBA 2K 26 and it comes for free with the game. So if you buy the deluxe version of the game, you end up getting like a bunch of other stuff in game, like VC and stuff, but then you also get League Pass for free. So this is the second year I've done that. So, I mean, when you factor in the added cost of the deluxe version, you know, it's more expensive than the regular version. So you're still paying $40 more, but then you're still saving like $60 on League Pass. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I'm always looking for a deal. Always looking for a deal, guys. I'm not one of the guys that likes to brag about how much something costs. I like to brag about how much I saved. So SK said Vit Krejci's points line is 9.5 points now. I hope we don't get trapped there, man, because I'm on the over 7.5. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and they don't have the deal for League Pass now. It's if you buy 2K like in the first 2 weeks of the game, 3 weeks of the game. Yeah, so it's a pretty good deal. But now the game itself is on sale. It's like what, like $20-$30. It's $30 right now. So they're not offering League Pass with it anymore. They want you to pay for it at full price, obviously. I understand the business, but the people that buy early, it's a little added bonus, even though many people probably won't use it. Windex Marshall says, holy smoke, Steven Adams rebounds are 8.5 at plus money on Bet365. If Sengun is distributing, Adams is rebounding if he gets the minutes. Landale, Nurkic, Mike Williams all went over against the Kings. The Kings are giving it up, man. I wouldn't be mad about targeting Steven Adams or Alperen Sengun. Windex. Steven Shannon. Yeah, I feel you, Steven. Juan Juarez says, just jumped on the Magic first quarter plus 1.5 live. Okay. It's a sharp live bet right there at the end of the quarter. I hope you get that. Keep it coming, Juan Juarez. Best of luck. We're towards the end of the first quarter in these games. I definitely agree with Tasha in the chat. I saw that she said a while ago that, she wasn't really, feeling it for the money lines and the spreads for today's slate. Sometimes you see 9 games, but you still don't like the games. And I respect it for sure. We don't have to bet every night. So I definitely agree with her. Overall, we don't have to bet these games. Devin Young said, I know the Clippers have been playing bad, but I like them to beat Atlanta with no Jalen Johnson. That game is a crazy game now, man. There are many conflicting dynamics in that game. With Jalen Johnson in, I wanted to take the Clippers plus 3.5 to go against the grain a bit, But now that he's out, it's like, it's kind of crazy, man. Maybe they're giving the Clippers a win here, man. Just to put my conspiracy hat on. What do you guys think? Easy dub for the Clippers coming, or Hawks win? Hawks still win and absolutely embarrass the Clippers franchise. Wild Mets Cats said he's on Wiggins over 2.5 assists. Wiggins? He doesn't play tonight, does he? Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, Andrew Wiggins. Sorry, for the Heat. Yeah, the Clippers seem to be a bit dysfunctional. You never know. Maybe they'll go on a run, though. Never know, man. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I'm just going to open the door and come right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was just expecting I was expecting a delivery, so sorry. That was bad timing. Yes, sir. Okay, what have I missed? Let me catch up on the box scores. What have I missed here? Yeah, we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Nuggets first quarter train, I forgot who that was in the chat. But yeah, the Nuggets first quarter train continues. The most profitable first quarter spread team in the NBA continues their magic in the first quarter. Now, the Pacers did go on a decent run there towards the end of the first quarter, but can they keep it going? It remains to be seen. And now, that was a pretty strange technical foul, double technical foul in the Magic game. I missed whatever that was. Maybe it was a fight or something. Did you guys see? And also in the chat, no heel Achilles. This app that I'm using, I saw your question on my phone. Sorry about that. It's called the Real app. It's a mobile app where you can keep track of the scores. It's a mobile app called Real Sports, Real app. It's a very well designed app, and it's definitely check it out. It doesn't have every stat, but like it's a really good way to keep up with the games while they're on. And I recommend it. Juan Juarez said, "Bummer." Yeah, I missed what happened, Juan. I missed what happened, and I was rooting for you. Let's see if we can get that back, Juan. The first quarter on the Magic. Let's see if we can get that back. And he just missed a free throw too. It came down to that one missed free throw for Wendell Carter. Look at the Blazers though. While I was gone, they went on a run, a crazy run. The Blazers win the first quarter, second night of a back-to-back. It doesn't matter. This team is performing on the second night, man. It's crazy. As I said before, though, guys, the Cavaliers have not covered a point spread. They haven't covered against the spread in back-to-back games all season. That's a dramatic change from last year. So a quick check of the box score. I'll check up on the chat as well. Thanks for all the love in the chat. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Let's keep the conversation going. Tons of positive-minded people here. We're all sharing info, and I just want to say shout out to you guys, man. You guys, I definitely feel the positive energy. So I just want to say thank you for being here, and let's get back to these NBA games. We are close to that target too, so if you guys can, let's see if we can get a few more likes. Take 1 second to smash that like button. Hit the like button for me, and turn notifications on. Yeah, no heel. Check it out. Check it out, brother. And thanks for subscribing. B-Hop said he's on Blazers plus 10.5. Welcome in, B-Hop. Hornets plus 9.5. Nets plus 8. Hawks minus 4.5. Najee Marshall under 11.5 points. Okay. With the player prop at the end. Is all separate plays? You parlayed them? Yeah, hey, thanks for sharing, man. Thanks for sharing. Personally, I think the Bulls could get the win. But I'm aligned with you on the. I'm staying away from the Hawks game until we see something in game. But I really do like your first two plays as well, and the Najee Marshall look as well. And I hope you win them all, B-Hop. And let's see what else here. Leaky Crease said the Clippers are a mess. They definitely are. Trevor said he took the Knicks minus 10.5 and minus 14.5 on the alt lines. I know you've been having success with the pregame alt lines. Best of luck, Trevor. Yeah, drop those plays. Drop those plays. You know, we're no one's here to judge anyone. You know, we lose. We're moving on to the next at bat, man. We're getting up more shots on goal. We're trying to cash together. And yeah, no problem, no heel. Bronx Shenanigans said Mavericks money line and Nets money line trust. Okay. Best of luck, Bronx. Best of luck, Bronx. Reagan Anthony said, yo, my guy, here are my looks for today. He has a two-teamer on the money line, Magic money line, Bulls money line together. Then he has another play on the Heat first half money line separately. And then he has Ayo Dosunmu of the Bulls to go over 4.5 assists. And then he has the Orlando Magic -7. He bought the hook. A very strong selection of plays there, Reagan, and I really appreciate you for sharing. I think you might be onto something as well with that Heat first half money line too. I might have to write that down. Second quarter has started in all three games, guys. I'll jump back into the action right now. And second quarter, starts with the Cavs with a Jalen Tyson floater with his first basket of the game. I know he was a pretty popular pick today amongst the people. Not here in the chat, but for just some of the stuff I saw. Okay, back into the action. I'll catch up on the chat in just one moment. Keep it rolling, guys. Let me see what I'm seeing here. See what I'm seeing. Caleb Love with a decent start though, man. Off the bench. Caleb Love. on a severely depleted Blazers team. Caleb Love with 8 quick points off the bench there. Tie game in Orlando. Jonathan Isaac scores off of the bench for the Magic. A nice dunk right there. The crowd's on their feet after that one. Let me just check the box score here on my phone. I'll get that Nugget score up too if anyone's interested in that. I just know a lot of people in the chat were talking about the Cavaliers game and the Magic game before before it started, so I'll get that up as well. If you want to know, the Clippers game has started as well, guys. Let me just see who scored early on right here. Zubac with a dunk right there to start the game, and Kawhi with a mid-range jumper. Nickeil Walker-Alexander scored the first basket of the game for the Hawks, and it's a quick 6-2 jump out for the Clippers. It's crazy, man. I wanted to take the Clippers plus 3.5. If you guys follow me on social media, on Twitter, I was kind of saying that if you read between the lines. I was talking about this game. I tweeted about this game early today about how this is the most important regular season game for the Clippers in quite some time. You could argue that last year's game at the end of the regular season against the Warriors that had play-in tournament playoff implications for seeding was also an extremely important game, but maybe I should have took Desmond Bane as well, guys. Remember, I didn't take any unders today like yesterday. I did say one of the 2 unders I was going to take was Desmond Bane under 23.5, and he started out 0-4 from the field. So it's one that I should have jumped on possibly. A 9-2 start for the Clippers. No Jalen Johnson tonight. I think they're gifting the Clippers a dub tonight, guys. It's the Steve Ballmer game. It's the Steve Ballmer game. What a move for Jalen Tyson. He just dunked on City Sissoko in the Cavs game. You guys might see that highlight somewhere. So DeAndre Hunter is still at 4 points. He's on the bench right now. He should come back in soon. Hoping that we can get a couple of baskets out of DeAndre Hunter before halftime. He does have a matchup edge in this game. This game is a blazing fast game. If you, I'm not sure if you guys were watching the Cavs Blazers game, but the Blazers and Cavs are running right now. This is a track meet. Desmond Bane scores his first basket of the game, ties the game with a layup right there. Off the missed Spurs 3. No points for Luke Cornett. So that was a smaller bet, but I don't like that he only has 1 field goal attempt early. It is early, but especially since he's played 9 minutes. You know, obviously they don't run sets for Luke Cornett. They don't run sets for Luke Cornett. Evan Mobley's up to 16 points. The way he's playing right now, he's on track for possibly his best offensive performance of the season. Leaky Cree said the Nuggets are 2-5 against the spread when they're laying double digits this year. It's only 9 tonight, but it's a concerning trend. Yeah, it closed at 9. Closed at 9. Timeout Spurs. Timeout Hawks. They came out flat. Max defensive effort from the Clippers. They got rid of a locker room bully. Sorry to the Chris Paul fans. They got rid of the locker room bully. Chris Paul. They say he was backstage in the locker room, pushing people around, bullying people. They say he was a rotten employee in the workplace. No, I'm just sorry, guys. But yeah, timeout Hawks, 9-0 run for the Clippers. We have started in Madison Square Garden as well, guys. Karl-Anthony Towns carrying over his positive momentum from the Celtics game last night. We're loaded, man. There's a lot of basketball on right now, guys. There's a lot of basketball on right now. We are loaded. Tons of hoops on right now. So as always, once we get closer to halftime, I will look for potential live bets. So just stick around. I'm not going to force anything, but you know, we've had some positive results with the live bets over the course of the stream. I only went 2-2 with my live bets last night. But if you guys were here, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I was fortunate to even go 2-2 with the live bets yesterday. Like, honestly, I thought I was going to go like 2-8 yesterday overall, and we went 4-6. I was very thankful that we were able to claw some back at the end. So just got to take it in stride, man. A new day today. Let me know what game you're watching in the chat. Santi MUFC, welcome in, welcome in. How's it going, bro? Santi. Still no points for Vit Krejci. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I was wrong about that. Even though Jalen Johnson was out, Vit Krejci did not start, so that's actually a good sign. He's not even in the game yet. I do have him to go over 7.5 points. Unfortunately, you probably can't tell that now because when they ruled Jalen Johnson out, it shot up to 9.5. Something that no one saw coming today. The Blazers and the Cavs are trying to break the scoreboard. Leaky Crease said, man, that sucks. I paid full price for 2K like a month ago. Yeah. You get free League Pass if you buy the game in the first 30 days. Let's see what else I missed in the chat. You guys are popping off. I appreciate you. Let's keep that chat rolling. Tristan Da Silva almost went over just there, but he just missed an open three. Offensive rebound for the Magic, though. Let's see if we can get one more basket for Tristan Da Silva. That will be the first bet we win in the stream. Hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. Luke Cornett's cleaning up on the rebounds, man. I liked his rebounds, 6.5. He already has 4. That was on my list. That was on my list, man. Can't bet it all, though. David Lewis said he had Evan Mobley for 12 points on an alt line. Hey, you won already. You won already. I'm sure that's probably a leg on a parlay, but you've already won. Congrats, David. Noah C says the hall monitor. Yeah, that's what Chris Paul is. Let's go. Some more positive news in the Spurs game, guys. Julian Champagny has 6 points on the second 3 of the game. We have over 9.5 points. We are more than halfway there. So we got good news out of 2 players in that game. Bad news from Cornette. Bad news from Cornette. Bad Cornette. Slow start offensively in the Knicks game. Bronx Shenanigans said he's on the Nets. Okay. Like Wolf Finance said, I like the Spurs and the Magic could go over 228.5. 228.5 live. That looks like a good play. I don't think back-to-back nights are going to affect this young Spurs team, man. This is it's a pretty young team. I know they have pieces like Harrison Barnes, that aren't obviously they're vets, but overall it's a pretty young team that that doesn't seem to be phased by the back-to-back last night. But let's see if they continue playing decent defense in the second half because they are getting some stops right now. And as I said early in the stream, the Spurs coach challenged them to play better defense. To play better defense in today's game. Even though they won last night, he wasn't trying to congratulate his team. And okay, Zachary Risache with the dunk right there. He's up to 2 points. I'm sure all of the players that are starting for the Hawks tonight have inflated lines after the Jalen Johnson news. That was a complete wild card. It came out of nowhere. Katak Fitness, what's up, bro? Hope you're having a great day. My dog. He said, what's up, bro? Just tuning in. Let's cash some tickets. Always happy to see you, bro. Wildcats Mets said Rick Carlisle has a technical foul. Technical foul, Rick Carlisle. We're halfway through the second quarter, so I'll start scanning for for halftime bets, guys. I'll start looking at the board in a couple of minutes. Technical foul on Rick Carlisle. I don't have that game on. I have the Cavs game on and the Magic game on. Nora C says Magic first half against the spread is a look right now. What's the spread right now live? Like Bo Finance said, he likes Denver Nuggets and the Nuggets game to go over 119.5 in the first half. Best of luck, like whoa. You've been on it too with the totals. Rav N said best underdog money line tonight. Um, I would have said the Clippers, but that game basically became a pick'em. If I had to target an underdog tonight, I would say the Bucks. It's a short underdog, but I would say the Bucks. That's just me. Depending on how things go now. Oh, we only have 20 minutes, so let me start to think if I'm going to add the Bucks spread here, guys. We do have Giannis. I think Giannis could go for 40 plus tonight, maybe 35 plus, but I went ahead and played over 30 and a half. Go ahead and change the narrative tonight. Drop 35, drop 30 plus on the Pistons head tops. Godlike player said the Clippers always start fast in the first half and then they fade in the second half. That has been their problem with a terrible bench and an older roster. Timeout. They're reviewing something there. Free throws coming for Harrison Barnes. What did I miss? Jalen Suggs hit a 3. Like what I'm seeing from Champagny. Free throws coming for Harrison Barnes. The Blazers are trying to shock the world, man. 10 points for Caleb Love. His play in transition is carrying the Blazers right now. The Cavaliers' transition defense is not playing well. We still have over half of the game to play. But just remember what I said. The Cavs have the pieces to blow these guys out at any moment. But just remember, the Cavaliers have not covered back-to-back spreads this season yet. We're getting closer with that like target as well. If you're watching the stream and you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button for me. I appreciate you. And subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be on tomorrow with, I think there's only 5 games tomorrow, but I will be on with another NBA live betting stream for you guys. Let's go. We also have Thursday Night Football, Cowboys, Lions, but I'll be here for the NBA as well. So we have 2 teams on the second night of a back-to-back that have very, very young rosters that have decided to push the pace in the Spurs and the Blazers that are playing very well early in the game, guys. The Spurs are up by 9 against all odds. Against all odds right now. SK said that the clubs in Atlanta have James Harden on fire right now. You know, he had to touch down to the gentleman clubs last night. Basically, that's what SK is saying. You know, go ahead and get ready for the pregame. His normal Atlanta pregame routine. You know, he still has a taste for the nightlife, but he's been balling. He's been playing at an all-star level this season. James Harden. He showed up all season. Kawhi Leonard showed up for the last week and a half. James Harden. We've seen some vintage performances from James Harden this season. Franz Wagner's up to 10 points as the Magic are now down by 7, just under 5 minutes left. Let's see if we can get some better lines at halftime, maybe for the Cavs, maybe for the Magic. The Nuggets look to be in control. They're up by 7, but we know that 7 points isn't really worth much in the NBA early on. We know that, guys, so be careful there. Be careful there. I remember what I said before this at the beginning of the stream about the Nuggets defense this season. The Magic's live odds are -1.5 right now. I want to see what it looks like at halftime. Godlike player. Let me know if you bet it too. Let me know if you bet it too. A very low scoring first quarter so far for the Nuggets. I mean for the Knicks and the Hornets. That's one of the games I'm not watching right now. So you guys let me know what you guys see in terms of tempo. You guys can see from my picks below me. That's one of the few games I didn't have a look on for today. So, you know, we can't bet every game every time. So I didn't really have a look on that one. But let's see. I mean, the Knicks. I think the Knicks are the most profitable team to bet on against the spread at home this season. They're on the second night of a back-to-back, but you know it's a short travel distance from Boston last night. Maybe it won't affect them too much. But their defense is definitely stifling this Hornets team. But there's tons of time left. It is a big spread. Shaden Sharp's at the free throw line. He knocks down the first. The Cavs are embarrassing themselves in the first half, man. They're embarrassing themselves in the first half. Yeah, the Blazers and the Cavs, they did slow down. 100%. Michael Custodio. In the last 3 minutes, you are 100% right. They've slowed down. Particularly the Blazers. They were on track to maybe even go for 65 in this first 65 plus in this first half, but the Cavs do have a couple of stops. They need to keep the Blazers off the free throw line though. They need to keep the Blazers off the free throw line. I'd like to see some positive action from DeAndre Hunter to close this half out. Timeout Spurs. Timeout Spurs. We do have 3 more games tipping off in 13 minutes, everyone. 0 for 5 from the field for Darius Garland. He is stinking it up on offense. Stinking it up. DeAndre Hunter is in the game, but he only has 3 shot attempts. It's crazy. He's 2 for 3 from the field, but he only has 3 shot attempts. That's not like him. We need a couple of shot attempts. Darius Garland stinking it up right now. And I don't like it. Guys. Did anyone sprinkle that Giannis plus 30, 35 plus? Giannis 40 plus? Or did you just bet 30 plus with me? Technically 31 plus. The Giannis narrative game tonight? What do you guys think? How do you feel about it? Or did you stay away? Drop those plays in the chat. I'll give you guys who I think could have decent performances in these next few games. If you guys want some last minute leans here from my early morning research session, I'll let you guys know what I think here. I do have a few other plays listed. Even though I bet on Giannis, I do have Ryan Rollins listed for an above average offensive performance. Ryan Rollins, the guard on the Milwaukee Bucks, maybe over 13.5 points. It opened at 14.5. It dropped to 13.5. I don't know what it is at this exact moment, but I have that listed from earlier. I've already bet Cade's assists. Another player you may want to look at here is Ozzer Thompson. Maybe Ozzer Thompson, 10 plus points for the Bucks, for the Pistons. Sorry, they play against the Bucks. I don't feel comfortable backing any of the Kings players for their player props tonight. That's just me. Even Zach LaVine, DeRozan, and Russell Westbrook, I don't feel comfortable backing them in this spot. The Rockets just lost to the Jazz, man. They might be on. We don't know what type of practice Ime Udoka just had them put them through. He may have had them on military time today and yesterday to go ahead and stifle the Kings defensively. We simply just don't know. But yeah, I do have Reed Shepherd in that game, but I maybe you could target Jabari Smith for an alt line on points as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Jabari Smith pops off in that game, guys. But I'm on Reed Shepherd over on his points. In the Bulls-Nets game, obviously I have Josh Giddey over 9.5 assists. That's a really high line. But I do think I do think Josh Giddey is on triple double watch tonight. For possibly plus 240, plus 250 odds right there. And we just got some good news. Tristan da Silva just hit a 3. We have officially won our first bet of the stream. Tristan da Silva over 8.5 points, cashes by halftime. Let's go chat. Now, we still have a lot of work to do with these other plays, but, you know, these are all straight bets. But shout out to Tristan da Silva for not taking a trip to the storage room to get banned for the rest of the season, like with players like LaMelo. LaMelo points. We take LaMelo's assists on the stream. We don't take LaMelo's points. But yeah, Tristan da Silva cashed for us. It was a smaller bet, obviously. We have a lot of work to do elsewhere. Particularly since DeAndre Hunter is off to a slow start here. And he just missed a shot. So he just missed a mid-range jumper there. That would have been, that was much needed. But he's a streaky player. But I would have liked to see Hunter get, put up like 7-8 shot attempts in the first half. Now so the Cavs did get the offensive rebound there. Now DeAndre Hunter is going to the free throw line. So just as I was criticizing him, we got some positive news. Hopefully he can hit his free throws right now. Hit your free throws, Hunter, for us. And don't look now. The Nuggets have blown the game open against the Pacers. They're up by 18. They're up by 18 points, guys. All the talk about the Nuggets and their defense and all that, they're up by 18. There's still a lot of game left, but they are in control. DeAndre Hunter hits both free throws, everyone. So, we still have 2 minutes here. I would love to see him hit a three here or hit any field goal with 2 minutes here. 2 minutes here. Jeremy Grant with 8 points. He played so well last night in the second half against the Raptors. He played really well. He had 3 points at halftime. I think he finished with 20. No joke. He was pivotal in their comeback in the fourth quarter that fell just short. Donovan Mitchell counters the Grant three with a floater of his own. Nice shot there in traffic. Denny Avdija with a three. Doesn't look like he is hurt to me. 24-point lead for the Nuggets, and that's the first game that's reached the half, everyone. The Nuggets are up by 24 points. Shout out to everyone in the chat that cashed with the Nuggets in the first quarter. Looked like it was easy money, man. They're stomping on them right now. They're stomping on the Pacers right now. Shout out to you guys. How about Carter Bryant getting some burn for the Spurs here? First round pick out of Arizona. He had a great season in college last season. Just hit a corner three. So, but yeah, the Bulls-Nets game that's about to start, I think the Bulls get the win. Could be a bit sweaty here. We've seen some energy early in games from the Nets. Could be a bit sweaty here, but I think Josh Giddey is a prime target for assists here. If you want to get greedy, maybe you can look at his rebounds and assists combined as well. 18.5 here to go over. I want Josh Giddey to get 10 plus assists here. We're asking for a lot, but if you guys have seen him this season, he has the capability to do so. He's a potential assist monster. On the Nets side of things, I'm not very comfortable backing their players here. We've seen Nets head coach Jordi Fernandez experiment with a plethora of lineups this season. I'm not very comfortable backing many Nets players and for player props this year. One game, he shortens the rotation. Another game, they experiment and let all of their first round draft picks play. So they've been a bit unpredictable. But I do have Tyrese Martin listed as a player that can score 10 plus points. Tyrese Martin of the Nets. Maybe look at Egor Yemen. The rookie. It looks like it's pronounced Demon, but it's not. That's not how it's pronounced. The rookie point guard out of BYU for the Nets. Maybe over 4.5 assists for him. I do think Nick Claxton has a matchup edge in this game, though. Nick Claxton has the biggest matchup edge of any Brooklyn Nets player in this game against the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls have one of the 5 worst paint or interior defenses in the NBA. They've been getting destroyed in the paint. They don't have a rim protector. Nikola Vucevic is starting to get old. He's never been a positive defender. And Jalen Smith is also out. Their backup big, who is out for today, who he's not a good defender either, but he's a bit of a better defender than Nikola Vucevic is, and he's not playing today. So I can see Nick Claxton possibly going over 14.5 points here. But I'm not very comfortable backing the Nets in this scenario. But I just wanted to share my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoy those notes. Let's see if we can get a few more likes, everyone. We have 3 more games tipping off, and then we are really, really, really rolling. We've reached halftime in 2 of these games. The Cavaliers game is going to be at halftime after Denny Avdija attempts 2 more free throws. Let's see if I can look at the board for a potential live bet here. I won't force anything, but I'm going to look at the 3 games that are at halftime right now. The Clippers are up by 6 at the end of the first quarter as well. Denny Avdija had a monster first half against the Cavaliers here. He's been attempting free throws at a career high rate so far this year. He's been a free throws machine. He's really been benefiting from that whistle if you've been watching these Blazers games. But yeah, smash that like button for me. I'll take a look at the board right now. I might not talk as much for the next 2 or 3 minutes, but let's see if I can get a live bet or 2 out for these games. We've reached halftime in the Mavericks game as well. In the Magic game as well. They are down by 9 at home against the Spurs, and the Cavs are down by 10 at home. So those are 2 popular money line selections tonight. and they are stinking it up right now early. But let's see what happens in the second half. So I'll get that Knicks game score on for you guys, and I'll get that Clippers score on for you as well. Wow, look at the board. Shout out to all of you. We've reached the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter in both of those games as well. The Knicks are protecting a 15-point lead early. I'll catch up on the chat as well. Drop those plays in the chat. Love to see the activity in the chat. You guys are amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'll catch up on the chat in just 1 second. Dingo just said he made a chill one on the Bucks, so you're betting on the Bucks. Demon Mike says Giannis is 25 plus on underdog. Wow, that's a steal to me. Only severe foul trouble can stop him from scoring 25, man. I'd be surprised if he doesn't hit that. Jalen Tyson is exactly what the Cavs needed. Some grit. He's been one of their few bright spots. He's been one of the few bright spots on the team. Daddy Rella plays in the chat, guys. Denny Avdia over 40.5 PRA. Are those live bets? Are those live bets, the early ones, Rel? Denny Avdia over 40.5 PRA. J Huff over 1.5 threes. Huff over 17.5 PRA. Yes, sir. No overseas. The chat's going crazy. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. We're all trying to win together. I hope you guys are enjoying the basketball, man. Don't let anyone trick you, man. The NBA has been really fun to watch this season. The NBA has been really fun to watch this season. So yeah, let me look at the board. Let me be quiet for just a minute. I'll look at the games that are at halftime right now for potential live bets. We have 3 games just about to tip off. Oh, one of my sportsbooks logged out automatically. 1 second. If you guys want, you can follow me on social media as well. Twitter is a good place to follow me. You can follow me on TikTok or Instagram as well. I'm pretty active on Twitter though, X. Same name as my channel, Myguyknowsaguy. Give me a follow. And if you're watching the stream and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Might have a live bet on the way. Let me look at the odds fluctuation. The energy's high right now. The energy's high right now, guys. Let's keep this energy high. Vit Krejci hit a 3 for the Hawks. He's back on the bench now, though. How about that Spurs defense? Second night of a back-to-back. They took a point away from... No, they didn't for the Nuggets. No, they didn't. Sorry. We're starting to see how important Jared Allen is, guys. We're starting to see how important Jared Allen is. So the other games have tipped off. We've tipped off in Milwaukee. We've tipped off in Chicago. We've tipped off in Houston. Three live bets. Small bets. Half unit each. 3 live bets. Cavaliers -1.5. Magic +1.5. And Nuggets Pacers under 241.5. Half unit each. Separate bets. I'll put them up on the board right now for you. Hopefully you still have time. I'll let you guys know exactly what I think, and I'll look for more live bets as well. There we go. You guys can see that right below me. 3 live bets. They're all at halftime. The last one should say half unit. Sorry, typing with one hand because my laptop is blocking my keyboard. Yeah. So yeah, now you can see it properly. Yeah, now you can see it, and is the text too small? Can you guys see it below me? If you guys are tailing, that's what I'm rolling with at halftime here. Cavs -1.5, Magic +1.5, and Nuggets Pacers under 241.5 on the live total. If you decide to pass them up, it's all good. I'll keep it coming. And best of luck. Best of luck. Let me catch up on the chat now. You can see it. Wildcat Metscast. Thank you, Wild Mets. SK said James Harden took 12 shots in the first quarter. He's on pace for 35 plus shots. Definitely is. He got benched early in the third quarter against the Heat the other night when they were down by 40. Ty Lue put all the other starters in, but James Harden. So he probably feels a way about that. Thomas Farrell, welcome in, brother. Daddy Russ said he can see it. He says tailing Cavs and Magic. Let's go. Yeah, you mean tired legs? Second half of a back-to-back. They are young teams though, but it didn't seem to affect them early on. But we could get some wobbly legs later on, and obviously there's a ton of value on both of those lines with the firepower that the Magic and the Cavs have. So let's hope for the best here. Let's try to win at least 2 out of those 3 live bets. They are separate bets. David Lewis said Karl-Anthony Towns already has 8 rebounds. Okay, yeah, I remember you shared that. Let's go. Jokic triple-double live. I don't think I've ever bet someone to get a triple-double live in game. That's crazy. We have started in Milwaukee. So I actually didn't. Let me get that game on, actually. Did Giannis score? Who scored first? Giannis scored 2 free throws early. It's only 3 minutes into the game, but... Whoa, why'd Giannis leave the game? They said Giannis is hurt bad, everyone. They say Giannis got hurt badly. Let me turn the game on. Giannis is hurt badly. Hopefully we get a first quarter refund right there. Giannis left the game. He got subbed out after 3 minutes. This is crazy. Let me get the Bucks game on. Who's already watching it? Because I'm behind. If this is what we're going to see from Giannis, then everything I said about him being motivated to play goes out the window, and the opposite is true. Well, unless he's genuinely hurt, then I feel really bad for him. I don't like to see anyone get hurt. But yeah, I do have the game on now. Giannis is walking to the back. He's walking on his own. What? Here's what happened. Giannis had an assist right there. Was it wet on the... Did he just slip on a wet spot? I think Giannis just slipped on a wet spot on the floor. It was slippery. I hope he comes back. That's crazy. Tasha said Vegas had him do that. It looked crazy, Tasha. No joke. No joke. People in the chat saying he quit. S'mores, how's it going, bro? Say, how's your day been? My day's been great. How's your day been? Just sweating some bets, waiting for the second half to come. I mean, hey, Giannis, that's a crazy result right there, guys. It's a crazy result. Tasha said, I said Spurs cover the first half. You did. Congrats, Tasha. Thanks for sharing. Keep an eye out for Tasha, everyone. Sharp, sharp, sharp. Trevor, Hornets playing like Shaqtin' a fool right now. Slow start in Houston. Slow start in Houston. Shocking development with Giannis today. A shocking development. Cade Cunningham has his first assist. Josh Giddey has 1 assist, but he's on the bench right now. I don't know what happened in that game. Let me know if you're watching the Bulls game, everyone. The Magic third quarter has started. Third quarter for the Magic has started, guys. So we're back there. I'll bring that one back if Giannis comes back into the game. I'll bring the Magic score back in. Yeah, I mean, I might as well change the Bucks game until we get an update that Giannis comes back to the bench at least. So I'll change the channel there. I am rooting for Cade and his rebounds, maybe to sort of offset what Giannis just did. So let's see how it goes. We're also back in the second half. Second half has started for the Nuggets, so we're back there as well. Free throws coming for LaMelo Ball. The Knicks are up by 18. The Knicks are up by 18. Let me get the Cavaliers game back on. We have 2 more games approaching halftime. Let's see how things look there. I'll look for more live bets, but I'm keeping my eye on all of these games here. We are in the trenches now, guys. LaMelo Ball makes both free throws. Devin Vassell, who's been playing excellent basketball over the last couple of weeks, is up to 13 points. Looks like he's going over. Free throws coming for Jalen Suggs. The Magic are down by 13. It's a poor start to the quarter. Let's see if they can cut into this lead, because the Spurs came to play. Hopefully the Magic can cut into this lead here. I thought the line was very telling. That's why I jumped on it. I am watching that game once again right now, so let's see how it goes. The Cavaliers are back as well. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. 30 seconds. Hit that like button for me as well. Let's see if we can get a few more likes, and subscribe if you're watching the stream and not subscribed. I really appreciate you. I'll be right back to sweat these bets with you. I am back. I am back. Okay, so Champagny has 8 points now. I hate that I'm rooting for him and the Magic at the same time. Tristan da Silva won't stop. He cleared his lines for us. Tristan da Silva, it's a 10-point game in Cleveland. A shocking game in Cleveland. Let me take a look at this Heat game as well. Look at this, man. Look at this. 17-4 Pistons. Luckily, I only have 2 bets in that game. Hopefully, Cade assists can offset the Giannis injury. If Cade assists go over, I won't be very mad if he can go over with his assists, even though he only has 1. We know he's very streaky. He can start rolling and start connecting on multiple passes back to back to back. A huge 3 for Desmond Bane to cut the lead to 8. Timeout Spurs. They're not playing very well defensively to start the quarter, but neither are the Magic. Neither are the Magic, and that's going to be the key here. Who can get stops? We can say that any night, but what do you guys think? Is the Doc Rivers curse happening again? The Doc Rivers curse has it struck the city of Milwaukee? A decent run for the Hornets. Hornets down by 9. They're pushing strong now. Hornets pushing strong now. Oh, I have to refresh League Pass. 1 second. I'll take a last look at this Heat game that's about to start against the Mavericks as well. Timeout Spurs. A defensive battle in Atlanta. Clippers are up by 7, 45-38. Let me see if I can get an update on my phone about Giannis as well. Check out what the beat reporters are saying. What a whirlwind day for Giannis. Darius Garland is playing really well, really poorly defensively, guys. Holy. A deep three for Chumeni Kamara. The Hornets are on a 19-5 run. Back-to-back threes for Kamara. They might need to break this Cavs team up, man. This is actually disgusting. This is disgusting. It's a 16-point Blazers lead. And there's a technical foul on Garland. Get Garland out of the game, man. 4 fouls. You haven't made any shots. You're actually holding the team back. Garland is horrible. Darius Garland is horrible. So, Giannis won't return, everyone. If you bet Giannis, message your sports books if they don't do automatic promos, refunds for the first quarter, and ask them to get that money back. Some books like FanDuel, a few others, DraftKings, they refund if NBA players get injured in the first quarter. So he literally got hurt in the first 3 minutes of the game. So okay, we got good news there and bad news at the same time. The good news is that the bad news is that the Spurs hit a 3. But the good news is that Julian Champagnie just cashed the ticket for us. So we did win another bet. Julian Champagnie over 8.5 points. Yeah, you never know. Be persistent too. Just say, hey, I don't feel right about that. Also, at the same time, it's their right to do it or not. They don't have to refund us. At the end of the day, they could always say that, that's why there's such thing as unders. You could just bet the under. At the end of the day, they could always tell you that, and realistically, that's true. We could have bet the under, but there has been a wave of marketing from these sports books that they do refund when players get injured in the first quarter. So it doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. Yeah, Matt Harris, you're right. Yeah, Tasha, yeah, that's why I said that. I saw your message, Tasha. And Matt Harris, you're right. Darius Garland is holding the Cavs back right now. They're smaller bets, but man, I don't want to lose the live bets. We're fighting right now. Both of those games went in the opposite direction here. And I think the Magic based on what I'm watching both of those games, I think the Magic have a better chance to make it a game than the Cavs do. The Cavs, they are not playing well defensively. When the game slows down in the half court and also transition defense, they are not playing well, guys. So keep that in mind. Tristan Da Silva is playing really good defense for the Magic, but his teammates aren't. Pedestrian effort from Desmond Bane as well, so that Desmond Bane's been the hero recently. He's been the hero for the Magic recently. his shot's not falling today. Now, we did get 5 quick points from Luke Kornet. You know? Luke Kornet could cash now. It's possible. We could get some good news. We did get 5 quick points. I'll take a look at the Knicks game and the Clippers game when they get to halftime. Godlike player. Tell me what the line is. It is official, though. I got the alert about 3 minutes ago. It is official. Unfortunately, Luke Kornet just got subbed out of the game. But what was I going to say? Giannis will not return. Giannis will not return, everyone. And he strained his calf, so we all know how serious that can be. Shaedon Sharpe hits another 3. They need to break up the pairing of Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. I just paid to see it. Now, there is a lot of time here. This is the NBA. But if they don't get stops here, this Blazers team, they don't fear these guys. It's a 4-point game in the Garden. It's a 4-point game in the Garden, guys. We're 1 minute till halftime. 1 minute until halftime. We did get some positive news right there from DeAndre Hunter. He just hit another shot. He's up to 8 points, but we need more. I'd like to see Donovan Mitchell and DeAndre Hunter be the catalyst for the Cavaliers offense for the remainder of the game. The Nets are off to a strong start as well against the Bulls. They're up 22-20 early in the game. So there's that. Josh Giddey has 2 assists in the first quarter. His line's 9.5, though. We need more. But we know that he really can get it rolling at any moment. He can get it rolling at any moment. I'm more confident in the Magic making a run here than the Blazers. I'm watching both games. The Magic are actually, they're making an effort defensively. They're forcing turnovers in this quarter. It's just that, sometimes good offense is better than good defense. And the Spurs made a few difficult shots here with hands in their faces. The Cavs, their issue visually from what I'm seeing is a complete lack of effort. And I don't like it. We have an explosive start scoring wise for the Nuggets here, but the Pacers aren't really scoring much either. So that game is still within range to go under. Let's see. Right now it's really close. The live line is 243.5. I bet under 241.5 at halftime. And with the way that the Nuggets are playing offensively, it could be worse, but we still have a chance there with the under live. And Franz Wagner just bricked a free throw. He's usually a really good free throw shooter. Franz Wagner just bricked a free throw that would have cut it to single digits for the Magic. So yeah, let me catch up on the chat. Let me catch up. Nowhere C says Concanipple's points live was so free. Got to pull that trigger fast. When I see it, his 20 plus was plus 500 and it's got a real chance. It does have a real chance. Concanipple, he can't be stopped. I'll never forget when he hit that shot the other day when we had Concanipple here on the stream on Saturday against my Raptors. We had over 16.5 and he hit that 3 to go over, to force the game to go overtime. That was crazy. It's back to an 11-point lead. We had a chance to cut it to single digits here. Desmond Bane he's alive here in the third quarter. The majority of his 9 points were scored in this quarter. It's back to single digits. The Magic are going to need stops here. They're going to need stops here. Second night of a back-to-back for the Spurs. Can they get tired towards the end of the game? Because they came out with max energy. They surprised me a lot. Wild Mets Cats said Siakam's halfway to 20 plus. Yeah, he is. Keep your eye on that. See if there's a potential cash out too, Mets Cats. Just being honest, I want you to win the bet, but I'm only saying that because they're down by 24 points. Yeah, they're down by 24 points. So there's a chance he won't play his normal amount of minutes, if it gets out of control. So just see if they lock up the cash out or not. Just keep an eye on it. And we've reached halftime in Madison Square Garden. The Knicks, I believe they just covered the first half against the Hornets. But they are reviewing to see if Brunson got that 3 off on time, or they're checking to see if it's a 2 or a 3. That's one of the games I'm not watching. So you guys are going to have to tell me We got really bad news about Giannis. If you're just joining the stream, Giannis went down with a strained calf 3 minutes into the game. So a very interesting start to the Pistons Bucks game, something that we couldn't have foreseen. Franz Wagner's up to 15 points, the most consistent player for the Magic this season. And the lead is now down to 7. It's back up to 9 now after that Keldon Johnson layup. The Magic need to get back in transition and play defense. We've reached halftime in the Garden. The Knicks are up by 6. I'll take a look for live bets. I won't force anything, but we'll take a look. And the Clippers are up by 14 as well. They are stomping. They are stomping the Hawks. The shot was good for Brunson. Okay. Love to see it. Quentin Lewis said Evan Mobley with 4 rebounds is terrible. I feel you on that because I think he had 4 early in the game. Evan Mobley's another player, man. They invested a lot of money into Evan Mobley with that max contract. You guys saw the contract. I think it was like $240 million for Evan Mobley. He's too inconsistent. Evan Mobley. I remember I was arguing with people about Scotty Barnes and Evan Mobley when they were rookies because they were from the same draft class. And Scotty Barnes is the better player as of today, December 3rd, 2025. Scotty Barnes is head and shoulders above Evan Mobley at the moment. Although Evan Mobley did have a big scoring first half. He's known for defense, man. Where's the defensive intensity? Devin Young Mullah said he might go for 12 to 14. Keep an eye out. Steven Adams has 4 rebounds already. Yep, you did say that earlier. Thanks for sharing. Wow, Reed Shepherd hasn't scored. He's stinking it up. That's just how it goes, man. First quarter's done. He attempted 3 shots, though. That's positive, but he has no points. We're at halftime there. Let me get out of there. Bulls game. The sneaky Nets. Josh Giddey's back on the bench. Just scanning the scores here, looking at the board for potential live bets. Yeah, the attempts market is nice. For sure. And thanks for putting me on to that. Trevor said Brunson's good. The Clippers are balling today. I should have bet the Clippers, man. Thought about that as soon as I woke up today. Let's see if this Magic can cut this to a 3 or a 4 point lead here as the third quarter winds down in Orlando. They cut it to 7. They cut it to 7. Back to a 9 point lead. The Magic need stops. De'Aaron Fox is up to 17 points. Javi Ramirez dropped a live bet in the chat. Alperen Sengun rebounds over 9.5 live. Thanks for sharing, Javi. Okay, they were down by 16. And now the so much going on at once. It's a bit of a slower quarter here. Hopefully we can get a few stops between the Nuggets and the Pacers as the third quarter winds down there as well. Did take the under in that one. Best of luck, beat Bookie Bulldog. Welcome back. Welcome back, bro. And here come the Magic. Here come the Magic. They were down by 14. It's a 5-point game, guys. Jalen Suggs with a huge layup. 21 points. But immediately, they allow the Spurs to score once again. De'Aaron Fox. Right now, it's Fox versus the Magic. The Nets are up by 13. The Bulls' defense has been absolutely terrible over the last 3 weeks. A lot of that can be attributed to injuries, but they are not playing well. Fox at the free throw line. He missed the free throw, the first one. We have an 8-0 start for the Heat. We have an 8-0 start for the Heat. Amen Thompson up to 8 points for the Rockets. It's a close game, though. 15-point spread. Close game. Come on, Isaac. We need those free throws. He missed the first. Could have cut it back to 6. He missed both free throws. Jonathan Isaac for the Magic. Come on, bro. Get this guy out of the game. Get this guy out of the game, man. Take him out. Reed Shepherd hit his first 3 of the game. And the rest of the players besides De'Aaron Fox went cold for the Spurs. The Magic had a chance to really pounce and tie this game up, man. Timeout, Kings. This game here, though, man. Ooh-wee. An absolute shocker. Just looking at some info here. The Bulls need to get Josh Giddey back in the game. There's still tons of time in that second quarter, though. 10 minutes left in the second quarter. I'm not sure why that game is lagging behind the other ones, but... And we've reached the end of the third quarter. The Magic are down by 7. Would like to see them make it a game. Hope you guys are doing all right today. Rooting for you to win your bets, man. Hope you guys are doing great today. Hope you had a great day. Let's see if we can finish strong. T-Flow said, good evening, my guy. I took over 238.5 in the Dallas Mavericks Heat game. Yeah, thanks for sharing. He says, I also had Giannis in a small same game parlay. Yeah, hopefully you can get that back with Giannis, but that was very unfortunate to see 3 minutes into the game. Arkansas is smacking Louisville so far. I'm tailing the Magic play, my guy. Casual, thanks for sharing, bro, the Arkansas play. I don't see any college scores right now, but I hope they hold on for you and win. Trevor said, a non-contact injury with Giannis. That absolutely sucks. It does. Windex Marshall says, that's some BS with Giannis. Vegas is in on it. That was definitely crazy. S'more says, my day has been pretty good. Just grinding. And on school and a new startup I'm working on made. Okay. S'mores. That's really interesting. It's an interesting project. Let me know about it. Matt Harris said, Giannis must have had a lot of coin on his overs. You guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. Jokic already has 7 assists. Yep, Jokic is dominating. Junior Raziel said, can you help me with a fantasy basketball trade? What's the trade? Junior Raziel. What's the trade? Thanks for following, S'mores. Yeah, if you're watching the stream and not subscribed, take a second to subscribe. I appreciate you, S'mores. And let's see if we can get a few more likes as well. You guys are showing a lot of love. I really appreciate you. Turn notifications on so you don't miss my next stream as well. Norris C says, I think Con can nipples live points. I don't know if he plays garbage time if this gets out of hand. I mean, it's a tight game right now. Devontae said, what do we think about Cade's assists? I'm on it pregame, but he only has 1 right now. Plenty of time left, but I'm hoping to see him get to at least 3 or 4 by halftime. Tasha said, I need Detroit to cover the first half. My tickets, Denver, Spurs, Blazers, Knicks, and Detroit first half parlay. Hey, you're looking good. Hopefully the Pistons can hold on here. And you definitely look to be on the right side, Tasha. Best of luck. Matas Buzelis up to 6 points for the Bulls, as they're down by 9 now. Magic down by 9. Fourth quarter started. De'Aaron Fox just hit a pair of free throws. Buffalo Rush, I'm dropping that for you in the chat. I pinned my free Discord chat. You guys can come talk in there with me. Anyone else, come join the free Discord. It's in the chat. Yeah, Gold, welcome in, bro. Hope you're doing great. Shout out to you with the Alabama play on Saturday, too. What a game, huh? And the Iron Bowl. He said the Magic didn't come to play tonight. They definitely didn't, early on especially, and defensively. The Cavs are actually, like, embarrassing. Embarrassing performance. So the Nuggets live total is exactly 241. Exactly 241. We might be in for a sweat. Hopefully the Magic can come through and the Nuggets game can go under with the live total. The Cavaliers have too much work to do, man. It's possible. I mean, it's 14 points, but the Blazers have assessed the Cavs transition defense to be complete garbage. Swiss cheese. Paper mache. The way they're playing so early into the shot clock with getting their actions and their shots up early in the shot clock, the Cavs are getting exposed right now. They have 12 minutes of game clock to get this together. It's possible. Maybe this is the quarter the Blazers show that they're playing on the second night of a back-to-back. Needed that three. Jalen Suggs, he's having a big night. Suggs is a major reason why the Magic are still in this game on an off night for Desmond Bane. But Dylan Harper, who's been playing pretty well recently, is up to 8 points. And it's an and one for Dylan Harper in the fast break. So these guys are definitely not afraid of the Magic. Much more competitive game compared to the Cavs, though. Let's see. But this is not like the Magic defense that we've seen over the last, I don't know, a couple of weeks. What do you think, guys? Second half has started in the Knicks game. The second half has started in the Clippers game. I didn't like those two games for live bet opportunities, but the Rockets game, the Bucks game, and the Heat game, I'll definitely look at those at halftime for potential live bets for you guys. And Dylan Harper makes the free throw. Jalen Suggs misses back-to-back shots. That was a makeable floater right there. They need to stop right here because if the Spurs score, they will push it back to double digits. And the Magic did all that work to cut it to a 5-point game. Giannis, yeah, Tasha said the Giannis fall looks so staged. That was crazy, Tasha. No joke. Even if you like the Pistons or if you didn't like the vibe around the Giannis play or anything around Giannis, I understand it. But I don't think many of us expected that, man. I don't think many of us expected that. Is Siakam still in? I'll check right now. Smoke that. I need Hunter to score some points. Me too. The Hornets are going shot for shot with the Knicks. A very impressive run for the Hornets since the end of the first quarter. Very impressive. He is in the game, Siakam. He is in the game. The live total for the Nuggets game is down to 239. It's down to 239, so we have a chance. Dylan Harper is going crazy. The Magic, this is bad. Javi Ramirez says Giannis will not win an Oscar with that bad acting. Anani, yeah, I know about Giannis. David Louis set Donovan Mitchell 21 points. Okay. Like Woe said, DraftKings sent me a notification about their policy last week for injuries. Casual said the Magic can't get a stop right now. They can't. They cut it to 5 and all their hard work was thrown in the trash. Matt Harris said big reason for the playoffs L last year. It was Darius Garland. Yeah, he did get hurt just before that series started after he was healthy pretty much all season, but he has definitely been a big part of their downfall. You're right about that. Daddy Rose laughing. The Giannis injury looks so unreal. You're right, Tasha. Anani, it sounds like you had to go check that out yourself. Yo, the Magic have missed 4 free throws in the last 5 minutes. Absolutely nuts. Dingo said he just made points. Jokic, he just needs points. Smoke, you still have a chance with Siakam they're down by a lot though, but maybe he'll play the first half of the fourth quarter. I'm rooting for you. Javier Ramirez says, haven't watched the Nets play ball. Is Michael Porter balling or just volume merchant? I'd say a little bit of both. He is playing well while also dramatically increasing his in an increased role. I think both are true, Javi. Gold said DeBoer has balls with that fourth down touchdown play at the end. I see a lot of people are on Georgia this weekend. I see a lot of people on Georgia as well. Gold. Javi Ramirez says if an injured AD can get traded for Luka, injured Giannis can still get traded. So that's true. Maybe he's forcing the issue. Maybe he doesn't like the pregame press conference from Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers said that he basically tried to refute the reports, say that Giannis loves Milwaukee. You know, we expect him to say that. He wants to stay. See if he starts the fourth. Siakam? Okay. Nine-point game for the Magic. Free throws coming for Donovan Mitchell. Clippers up by 16. Tasha, you're right. Two shady things happened today. The Giannis injury in the first quarter, unless he's really hurt, you know, and also Jalen Johnson being ruled out when he wasn't on the injury report an hour before the Hawks game. That was crazy too. Okay, I'm gonna need them to slow down in that Nuggets game. Come on, make a run. Make a run, Cavs. Make a run. Siakam is on the floor, guys. He is on the floor. Jarace Walker just scored for the Pacers. The Pacers are making this a game. They just got back-to-back stops. Five assists for TJ McConnell. Knicks up by 7. Bulls down by 14 at home. They only have 30 points at home. That is one of the. That's crazy. That's crazy. Cade has 3 assists, but we need more. There's still half a quarter left until halftime. Halfway through the second quarter. We need more from Josh Giddey, though, man. Free throws coming for Jonas Valanciunas. The live total for the Nuggets game is exactly 240.5. It's a 15-point game, man. They were down by 24. They were down by 24 points. It's a 15-point game in the Pacers game. Still 10 minutes to go. TJ McConnell's had a crazy impact on this game. It's a 13-1 run for the Pacers. Donovan Mitchell's up to 29 points. But it won't matter unless they can get some stops. Rooting for you guys for Siakam. The Knicks are up by 9, guys. Knicks up by 9. How about Dylan Harper, man? Holy. I mean, we won with his bet earlier, but now we need him to stop. Champagny with a huge 3 off the Dylan Harper steal and assist. Dylan Harper is playing very well, guys. Top 5 draft pick. It's a 10-point game again after Franz Wagner, who's been quiet for quite a few minutes. Franz Wagner had 15 points at halftime. He has 17 now. Those were his first points of the second half. His first points of the second half. The Nuggets have only scored 1 point in this quarter so far. First 3 minutes. Yeah, the Spurs and the Magic and the Cavs might need to pack it up. I mean, they keep cutting it to 10, but they're not getting stops. This is an impressive win for the Spurs if they hold on. If they hold on. There's still 6.5 minutes to go. Anything can happen in the NBA. First field goal of the quarter for the Nuggets with Tim Hardaway Jr. on that three. Franz is up to 19 points for the Magic. Smoke That Smoke said he faded Dylan Harper a few days ago and learned your lesson. He has a high motor, bro, and he's trying to make up for lost time from that injury early November. Free throws coming for the Magic. Let's go. Cut it back to single digits. The Magic missed 4 free throws in the third quarter, guys. It's an 18-point lead for the Clippers. It's a 14-point lead for the Nets. And this is one of the shocking scores. The Kings are up by 1 at halftime. The Kings are up by 1 at halftime. They're 15.5-point underdogs. Let me take a closer look at that one. Things are neck and neck in the Miami game. This is crazy. The Bulls have only scored 9 points in the entire second quarter. Pascal Siakam with a layup right there for 16 points. He just forces a Nuggets timeout, guys. Siakam. So the Rockets had 10 turnovers in the first half. That's highly unlike them. You know, that's unlike them, and I don't think that will continue. It's crazy. The Kings are in the lead, and they've only attempted 1 free throw. They only attempted 1 free throw in that half. Six-point game in Orlando. Come on, clutch this for us, Magic. Clutch the live bet for us. 6 assists for TJ McConnell in the Pacers game. That was a smart timeout for the Spurs. Gotta be honest. The live total is 242 for the Nuggets right now. It's too close for comfort right there. We're gonna need some stops. The Pacers won't quit, so I mean it's a game, so they won't quit. Godlike player, you see 7.5 for the Rockets. I see 9.5. But it's plus 100 though. Hold on, let me check the alt line. $12-point lead for the Knicks. $180. Okay. For 7.5. Okay. Yeah, I see it on FanDuel as minus Rockets minus 8.5 at minus 114. I'm going to bet that for a half unit. So I'm adding that right now. Houston Rockets minus 8.5 live for minus 114 to win a half unit. Adding that to the board, guys. Best of luck. I hope you guys are winning, man. Hope you guys are winning somehow. So I just added that. So the Magic just got a couple stops, but they need to score. They need to score. More free throws for Dylan Harper. If he makes both, it could be an 8-point lead once again. He makes both, and it's an 8-point game. 2 minutes until halftime in the Pistons game. Richardson scores once again. He's been decent in the second half. That's what. Gotta keep him off the free throw line, man. Dylan Harper had a big game once again. It doesn't look like it if you just glance at the box score. Right when I said it, he hits a 3. Unbelievable. It's a 9-point game again. These guys got killed by Dylan Harper. The Magic. If you guys watch the game. Back to a 7-point game after that Goga Batadze layup. See how it goes here down the stretch. Here comes De'Aaron Fox into the game for Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper goes to the bench. It's a 5-point game again because of 5-point game because of Richardson. I should have bet Desmond Bane under like I talked about at the beginning of the stream. Jace Richardson. Timeout Magic. Timeout Magic. De'Aaron Fox hits a big 3 right there to push it back to 8 points. A disappointing result. De'Aaron Fox just shut all these guys up. The crowd was into it for a second. Second night of a back-to-back, it doesn't matter. Spurs are in control. Still 3 minutes to go. And the Bulls game's at halftime too. The Bulls game's at halftime too. Daddy Rose said he took Desmond Bane PRA over. I feel you, bro. No problem, Buffalo. Javi Ramirez. Yeah, I saw that. Smoke that smoke. So I need a Ben Shepherd rebound and Hunter to score 10. Anani said Hunter's joking around tonight. He definitely is. Terrell said my daughter's screaming at the phone. Javi Ramirez says Cooper Flagg was super popular today. He was. I talked about how I wanted him to go under as well. I wanted to take him under as well. The unders are coming back tomorrow. The unders are coming back tomorrow. At least a couple. It won't be too much, but I'm gonna have a couple of unders tomorrow. The Cavs are down by 8. That's as close as they've been, man. That's as close as they've been. Timeout Blazers. 8 minutes left. Can the Cavs do it? Both teams are down by exactly 8 with roughly 3 minutes left. It's a crazy coincidence. And I'm gonna come back with some sides as well. Sides, picking money line, spreads. I'll still have props though. Don't worry. It's just sometimes things just don't go your way. Manu said, whoever was in the chat earlier saying that they are Cavs fans and the Cavs suck, you were 100% correct. That's what Manu said in the chat. It's true. It's true. Magic down by 6 again. The closest they've been is 5. They dug themselves a big hole. Can they get out of it with 3 minutes left? Because the Spurs have been effective. The Spurs have been effective. Donovan Mitchell misses another 3. He just missed 5. He's missed 5 straight threes, guys. 5 straight missed threes for Donovan Mitchell, even though he has around 30 points. Free throws coming for Shaedon Sharpe in the Blazers game. Free throws coming for Shaedon Sharpe. He has a chance to push the lead back to 10. I think Darius Garland has to go. That was a huge 3 for Desmond Bane, man. But De'Aaron Fox hits a 3 right after. Knicks up by 13, everyone. Knicks up by 13. Clippers up by 16. Less than 7 minutes to go in the Nuggets game. That was a backbreaker right there for the Spurs. I think they've got it now. I mean, that's easy to say they're up by 6, but I think they've got it. The Magic are playing around. Goga Batadze with a layup right there. Come on, Magic. Hey, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back 30 seconds. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I see the Magic are down by 1. The Magic are down by 1 now. What have I missed? Suggs just missed a layup. Suggs just stole the ball and missed a layup. That is crazy. I think he just fouled out. He fouled De'Aaron Fox. That was really, really unfortunate. Huge 3 for Evan Mobley, though. It's a 5-point game, guys. It's back up to 7 now. De'Aaron Fox makes the first free throw. David said Franz Wagner can't get me 1 rebound. That's crazy. Suggs fouled out. Smoke That Smoke said he can't wait until Paolo Banchero comes back. He made both free throws. Clutch pair of free throws for De'Aaron Fox right there. Timeout Magic. Timeout Magic. They need points. Came back and cut it to 1. Knicks up by 15. Oh, I forgot I had that score on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the Cavs are done. They had a chance. They cut to 5, but they're garbage. They're garbage. And the trend continues. The Cavs, they can't get on a consistent run. The Cavs can't get on a consistent run. 25 points for Avdia again. They got crushed by Avdia, Caleb Love, Jermaine Kamara. The Rockets game is back. The Rockets game is back. Cade has 4 assists. We need more, though. Kings take the lead. Keegan Murray. Desmond Bane just missed the layup, and now they have to foul the Spurs. It's over, man. Yeah, no, he went crazy. Murray from 3. He went absolutely crazy. The Spurs missed both free throws, though. They fouled the right guy, Jeremy Sohan. He bricked both free throws. So the Magic, they're not done yet, but it's still an uphill climb. They fouled Franz Wagner on purpose to put him at the free throw line for 2. Magic are still holding on to that timeout. Is 3 free throws? Hold on. It's muted. It is. Wow. 3 free throws for Franz Wagner. Pretty surprising start for the Rockets. The second half. That'll be a huge upset. The Kings win this game outright. That tells you all you need to know about the type of night it is in the NBA. Just being completely honest, from the Giannis injury to the Cavaliers losing as 11-point favorites, the Blazers won, by the way. To it tells you what type of night it is. Simple. He made all three. Also lost with the Nuggets and the Pacers, man. They scored. All I needed was an average fourth quarter. Just an average fourth quarter from both teams, 27, 25, 28, 26. They are going to score like 35 each just in the fourth quarter to ensure that the game goes over. Franz Wagner, that was fortunate. But now the Spurs have the chance to end this game. Overtime would be like kind of crazy. $21 points for Jalen Brunson. The Rockets have a lot of work to do, man. Still a 4-point game, but leading scorer for the Rockets is Amen Thompson. So here is the last play. Okay, is it back working, guys? Can you hear me now? Holy. I had to do something crazy to make sure it could even restart without me turning the computer off. Spurs won, everyone. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I just had to do something crazy for it to for the stream to actually so I didn't have to restart the stream. I didn't want two streams. So I just had to do something crazy in the background with my PC, and it worked. Zobo said I'm good. Rel? Okay, I'm working now. Unfortunately, like more than half the people left. Maybe they thought something was wrong. That's unfortunate. But yeah, hopefully the Rockets can take off here to mitigate some of this damage. Because the 3-7 p.m. Eastern games were not kind to me. Oh, the Heat game's back as well. Yeah, we got to push on. You're right. The real one stayed. Trevor, you guys are the absolute realists. No joke. You guys are the absolute realists. All of you, man. No joke. And we're going to get it together, man. You guys see, man, this is, win or lose, this is authentic, man. I'm not here to run from my losses. We're just having a technical issue right there. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Whoa, the Knicks are up big now too. That was really crazy, man. I was hoping that De'Aaron Fox would make the first free throw and miss the second one on purpose because there was less than 1 second left, and it just didn't go like that, man. He made both, and then Luke Cornett got a block at the end of the game. Treacherous stuff, man. Absolute treacherous stuff. Got to be more careful. And then the Nuggets game, the Pacers scored 41 points in the fourth quarter. So, he said the way the Bucks game is going, I can see them winning without Giannis. Let me pull that up. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. We'll be back at it. We'll be back at it, guys. Rockets up by 7. Josh Giddey has 6 assists all of a sudden. So, I mean, we're not out of it yet for a couple of plays, but Cade still has 4 assists though. We need 5. There's 9 minutes left in the second half, in the third quarter. The Nets are not playing around though, man. So we just got the 5th assist for Cade Cunningham. Got that 2nd assist for Cade. Back-to-back big nights for Karl-Anthony Towns, man. He's playing like he doesn't want to get traded by Giannis. So we got some good news for Josh Giddey and Cade Cunningham giving us a chance with their assists now. Not trying to get wiped out here. Katak said, I'm still here, bro. Bad days are a part of the game. Rookies don't understand. This is about managing my bankroll. You definitely understand that. It's difficult to explain that to people who are trying to get rich in one day, but at the same time, you know, I'll try to be better once again. That's all I can do. You know? That's all I can do. Long season ahead. Mr. Nice Guy said the way the Bucks game is going, I can see them winning without Giannis. Matt Harris says Jokic didn't want that triple-double tonight. He had 24, 8, and 13. That was such a crazy game. Casual said very unlucky with the Magic game and the under of the Nuggets game. Thanks a lot, Casual. You're right. But you guys definitely make me feel a bit better, so. The absolute realist. Zobo, thanks for staying too. Dingo 7-2. I'll just say Dingo 7 as well in the chat. Your name is just 7. It's a cool name. Nowhere Seas, thanks for sticking around. Smoke Dash Smoke. Said damn GG. Yep, that's how it goes, bro. What scores do you guys want to see? I think we only have 4 games on. We have 5 games on actually. What scores do you guys want to keep the Pistons score up? Or the Bulls? What's going on? Rockets. Looks like Kevin Durant woke up. I'm so glad that I didn't end the stream, because then if I restarted it, it would have started an entirely new stream. You know, like a separate file. So I'm just really happy that I didn't do that. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I had an issue in the background going on in the background that was interfering with my connection. I didn't see the error update. Had so many tabs open, and then when I opened it, you know, I'm just glad I realized what was going on, you know? So let's keep it pushing. Nowhere C says, I appreciate all you do, man. I appreciate you, Nowhere. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate every single one of you. And thanks for that. Daddy Russ said, look at the Rockets. Yup, I'm watching it. Let me get that game on. Because I have the post game for the Magic game here muted on my laptop. Let me get that disgusting Magic game off my screen. Free throws coming for Kevin Durant on the fast break dunk. They go up by 11 points. Let's see if we can finish with some good news, man. We have a chance. We have a chance to finish with some good news. Yeah, strong start for the Rockets in the third. I appreciate you, Katak, as well, bro. It means a lot. Matt Harris, we're going to get him back, bro. Beat Bookie Bulldog. He thought the stream was done. Okay, I have the Rockets game on now. Trevor said, you're the best host. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you, Trevor. I'll continue to try very hard. Thanks a lot, bro. Daddy Rose said, Bovada's tripping on my live bets, not letting them go through. What game is it? Yeah, the offshore books, they lock up lines a bit quicker, but, you know, it depends. Try logging out in and out, though. casual. I haven't been using Bovada these days. I do have an offshore though, but free throws coming for Steven Adams. Katak said, bro, I have seen a trend with the Bulls against the absolute worst teams. They struggle. Then against the Nuggets, they win outright. It's crazy. Remember about a week and a half, we were sweating that game against the Wizards that night, right? Katak. They beat the Wizards by 1 that night. Right now, they might lose at home against the Nets. Although the Nets are tanking, they do have a strange lineup on the floor. Let's see if they actually want this win. Smoke That Smoke said Detroit basketball. Yep, they're up by 6. Let's see if they pull off. Need Cade to get a few more assists, though. A very unfortunate injury for the Hornets, too. An alert that I just got about Colin Sexton. He hurt his thigh. Hopefully it's not a soft tissue muscle tear or something like that. But he's not going to return to the game. But either way, they're down by 20. But